good morning, evening, afternoon, or wherever you are. I hope you are having an amazing, wonderful day. For those of you who are in in the West of any kind, I guess States, Canada, and everything else up and down, you are having one early morning if you are just tuning in to get ready to watch the live letter. I had an early morning myself as well because normally on Fridays I teach in the morning and I thought I was gonna get some sleep, but last night I couldn't fall asleep, so I went to bed at like 2 in the morning and ended up not being able to sleep until like I don't know 3:30. And these days I've just been having trouble sleeping because I kind of messed up my sleep schedule um, because of work and whatnot. I'm gonna have to refigure it out next week and see what I'm gonna do. Or late night. Yeah, that's probably more likely considering we are. Also, Lucas, welcome back. What's up? Anyways, today we're gonna do a few things before the live letter. I would like to watch the new Pines video that I haven't gotten to see yet, and pretty much everyone and their dog on the internet has gotten to watch it. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna do. After that, I would like to level some of my gatherers. Actually, one gatherer, minor, because I'm working on being able to do the V Stripe quest, and I also want to go through the Crystarium story. Thank you for that. I was also very far away from the mic. I appreciate the feedback, and I will turn it down. See, this morning, okay, there we go. No, it's fine. It's fine. Thanks for that. Because this morning I had to set up everything again, as yesterday I was messing with the sound and whatnot, and clearly it was not a good idea. I will turn up the mic as well because I'm starting to notice that I have not been. Okay, that I am not as ready as I'd like to be today. Hi, Space Cadet Rick, welcome back. How are you doing today? Okay, that's fine. We turned it up. Okay, I turned it up. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. I don't want it to be too loud because when it's too loud, it makes that noise. You know, like the like the noise, like when I'm too close to it, and I can see it actually, like on my screen. I see like the sound bar jumping up and down, and I know exactly when I go over the line because the thing just turns the thing turns like yellow instead of green that it's supposed to be. So I know that when I'm in the yellow, you are probably turning me down on your end. And then when I watch those videos after, it just doesn't look good. But good morning, Space Cadet Rick. I hope you are having a good day. Yeah, like I said, I want to watch that video because everyone's watched it and I haven't been finding the time to watch it. So right now, I'm just literally just forcing myself into circumstances where I can watch it, and I'll watch it with you guys. And then after that, I would like to. I'm just gonna do some live quests for my minor. She's at 76, and I'm trying to get myself to 80 so that I can do the tribal quest thing for gatherers for Endwalker. And what else am I gonna do today? Well, nothing in particular. We have the live letter to look forward to. That starts in about an hour and a half. And I imagine that we have plenty of stuff to do until then. But yeah, I'm just gonna switch over and we are going to watch that. I've just found the right volume for the game, but unfortunately I'm gonna have to turn it down because we are gonna do something else now. There we go. This is the video that I've been wanting to see. Everyone's seen it. I have not seen it, and I really want to. So you will excuse me while I watch this. I don't know if you saw this one, but apparently it's a lot of fun, and Find always makes good videos. So I just want to make sure that the sound is okay.
With Final Fantasy.
Oh, sorry about that. That is loud.
It lets you play however you darn want. Look at this guy. He's like,
Okay, I think the sound's ready. Okay.
Here's the thing with Final Fantasy. You play however you darn want. Look at this guy. During the day, he's like, oh, but at night, he's like.
Aw.
There are many things to do in this game, but I am the best at all of them. But today, I will attempt my hardest challenge yet.
That's so cool.
I will talk to other people and meet every kind of Final Fantasy player. Oh, look, it's our first subject. Look at him, just fucking standing there. This is a sprout.
Aw.
So fresh. So
Oh, I didn't know he was gonna go through all of these like types of players and whatnot. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to switch myself over to this panel where you can actually see the whole video. Let's watch it like this.
malleable. Oh, they are cute. They're
Oh.
dangerous. And who knows where they'll be a year from now.
Yeah, it's like when you start being a sprout in Final Fantasy XIV, it's like going to Hogwarts, and basically by the end of the first year, which is like the, I guess, the MSQ, you either, I don't know, become a dark wizard and you go and spend your life, I don't know, glamming, or you go to Gryffindor and you become a savage raider, or I don't know, you go to Ravenclaw and I don't know, collect all of the all of the things that there are to collect, or you go to Hufflepuff, or what would even be equivalent to Hufflepuff? Probably like leveling everything to 90. I don't know. Oh,
But
or that,
sprouts
or
are
that.
the lifeblood of this game. Players worship them like a sacred animal. And for what? Just because they are new?
Yes.
Despite the chaos that sprouts may bring, players believe that treating a sprout well is the only way for the game to grow. So you have to get sprouts hooked. Make it so they won't and can't leave. And maybe they'll treat others well, and the wholesome circle of life will be complete.
That's actually so
While
true.
You get to watch. Gather round. This is the best part of Sprouts. You can absorb the second-hand feeling of what it's like to be young again, when everything was new in those bygone days, before you became old and repulsive.
Oh,
But on the bright side, there is plenty of fresh meat to siphon.
editing is so good.
Perhaps I am being a bit harsh on Sprouts. I myself am new here. Yes, I have been a Sprout for 11 months. That's not a joke, that's real. Sprouts have a way of spreading joy. We are so full of overwhelming optimism, so enchanted by the new experience of running Praetorium. Looking up to endgame players.
I love how he's like trying to be serious, but you can hear it in his voice that he's cracking up as he's talking about these things.
As if they're icons or deities. Wow, that's so cool. How do you get that armor? Wow, I hope I can be like that someday. Oh my god, he thinks my armor is cool.
And that's probably some shitty ass thing from a dungeon that you just equipped and forgot to glam over.
And maybe that's why people like Sprouts so much. Through a Sprout, one can see the world with a fresh, positive eye. Through a Sprout, one can relive their favorite moments. Or you could see their favorite character fucking die.
I mean, in a lot of ways, Sprouts in Final Fantasy XIV are treated like children, and I think that there's not a lot of people who like to be babied, but in comparison, there are plenty of people who refuse to be babied in real life, but will gladly take on a role of a Sprout and be babied within a game because it feels less weird and less, I don't know, I guess socially intrusive in a way, and I just find that fascinating.
And after all, sprouts need your help.
Hey, have you done this before? No. Have you? No.
But before you go rushing to help, be warned. There is a dark side to certain sprouts. Okay, listen, you have to watch this cutscene. Hey, no, 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 wait, no.
That
just
outfit
love
is so
the
cute.
story so much, and he's missing all of it. Oh, he may not care now, but he will.
In Heavensward,
I mean, this is why the fact that there's YouTube, like YouTube that solves these issues is probably good, because I would imagine that a lot of people who skip through the story while playing, let's say playing through the whole Realm Reborn, like the consequence isn't that grave. The only thing that you need to do after finishing Realm Reborn and you're realizing that you're clueless getting into Heavensward is you need to sit down and watch all of the cutscenes, either through someone's reactions or as just reaction as just cutscenes videos, and they're all there on YouTube. You just need to invest a few hours of treating all of that like a movie, and chances are you won't see like the less important cutscenes that may or may not contain characters that may or may not appear later in the game. But it's not as terrible as people might think. Some people just enjoy the fast pace of playing and want to get to Heavensward because I don't know, it's the promised land that everyone is talking about and talking about how great it is. But then you come to Heavensward and realize that it's really not that great if you haven't experienced any of the previous story and if you haven't gotten yourself attached. And I think I would imagine that a lot of people, just sit through and actually watch those cutscenes. I don't think anyone actually legitimately goes through New Game Plus in Realm Reborn after realizing they haven't seen the cutscenes. Maybe before. I don't know if those cutscenes have always been on YouTube. I would imagine so, but I think these days it's far more popular anyway.
wait, why do you even care so much?
Most other games would neglect their stories, treating them as afterthoughts to the gameplay. But in Final Fantasy
14. The story is the game. Notion.
In Final Fantasy, story is the game, and now I know this because I started playing other games. It's not just 14, but yes, it is overwhelmingly present in 14, but not in comparison to other Final Fantasy games. Other Final Fantasy titles are also very story rich, and I've been enjoying a lot of them.
Of rushing to the end are gone. Content you would usually overlook now has purpose and value. There is so much optional side content that I usually wouldn't give a fuck about. But because of the story, my fucks are plentiful. But the story is more than just the words on a screen or the pages in a book. It's the world, the music,
Yeah.
the friends you make along the way that all combine like a beautiful symphony. And that is the most important part. Because what good is a story experienced alone?
So this fucking thing is my best
Depending on the story,
friend.
Me and Nanamo go way back.
I just feel like she doesn't love me anymore, man. Alright, Nanamo, you've had way too much to drink.
Oh, warrior of light, where would I be without you?
And where would I be
Aw.
without you, Nanamo?
I vow to save every person, place, and thing in Eorzea.
Warrior of light?
Like, I don't know if you watched Pint before he started playing the Final Fantasy and making Final Fantasy videos, like they're so nostalgic because he's been around forever in World of Warcraft, and his World of Warcraft character was a lot like his Lalafell character in 14. So if you haven't seen those, and uh if you do enjoy these, go back and check out some of those WoW videos, and you'll see some striking similarities in both the way these videos are created and the humor and editing and everything. And it's just very wholesome, for for a Lalafell to now be in these videos and replace. I did enjoy the gnome a lot, and I don't know, for a while I guess I enjoyed World of Warcraft as well, but I really prefer these videos, but they also add like a cute little layer of nostalgia.
We need your help.
Please, lend us your strength.
Oh,
That was a bit
Warrior of
creepy.
Light, you've returned. And who's this fellow you've brought along?
Don't worry, Alphino.
I've got this covered. Me and Alphino here have saved the world together. And over that time we have not only grown as friends, but as individuals. We've laughed together, we've cried together, and we've
Oh.
grown from brazen young adventurers into true heroes of the realm.
Oh wow.
Join me in a game with a 600-hour story. Can you
Wait,
really
wait,
feel
wait.
that attack?
Oh,
Isn't that right,
sorry.
Alphino?
This is Tataru.
Wait, I have
100-hour
to see this
story.
again.
Can you really feel?
Oh.
This is what an adult Alvino would look like? Yeah, I can totally vibe with that. I would imagine that one day he's actually supposed to look like this. But imagine if Lalafells were actually children who turn out. No, Lalafells should never change. They should never grow up. They are adorable as they are. Nope, forget that thought.
And only in a game with a 600-hour story can you really feel that
Is it
attached.
600 hours?
Isn't that right, Alphino?
This is Tataru.
Hi, Nate. Welcome
dude,
back.
It's been 7 months since the last video. We're out of money.
It's my creative process.
Or
You
Falcon.
can't rush art.
Okay, well, let me be frank. I've got the IRS on my ass, so can we at least tell the viewers this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends?
The IRS?
Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh my god.
Sure. What would I say though?
I don't know. Talk about how they could level up 600 unique champions.
600? Damn.
Yep, one for every 1,000
Oh
I
my
owe the
God.
government. I even have a personal assistant just to level up my favorite champion.
Please, can I have a break?
No, we need to get.
The live letter is in about an hour and 20 minutes. There's a chance that they're gonna start the stream earlier, which is actually what they did. What they did last time when when there was a live letter, and I remember this because it was supposed to start at I don't know 12, I think, and I was in the shower at 11:30, and I heard music followed by Yoshi's voice starting to talk, and I was ready to start streaming here but not there. So I rushed out of the bathroom with my hair wet. I put on clothes and I sat here to not miss it, only to realize that they spent like half an hour just talking about things that I understood very little to nothing about because I do not speak Japanese. So I basically sat there and I regretted every moment of me not really paying attention to the time that they said the live letter was going to start, because the time actually did matter, as they started early but they didn't really do much, which was very confusing to me as I didn't want to miss a thing. But even if they start earlier, you're not going to miss much until 12, which is, yes, an hour and 20 minutes. He does do the sponsor as well. Honestly, I'm always surprised to see that someone is even doing the Shadow Legends sponsorships at this point.
Get this done. They're on their way.
Classic Tataru. That sounds great, but can you give me like 3 reasons I should play Raid?
Number 1, you can play it anywhere, anytime.
Even
I love how this is so on point for Tataru as well, though.
In the bathroom?
Number 2, the champions look great. Their outfits are so inspiring.
Uh-huh.
And 3, it keeps my mind off things.
Like what?
Taxes, usually. And there's a crazy Halloween event going on right now, where you can win a bunch of in-game and real-life prizes, including a $1,000 Amazon gift card.
I'll be honest though, the graphics of the game don't look that bad at all.
And legendary Halloween champions.
Taru, this is the IRS. We need you to come outside, now.
I'll be right back.
Wow, I can get all that by installing Raid and going to trickortreat.plarium.com. But
new
only new
emotes.
players can win a prize. And if you haven't downloaded it yet, click the link in the description below, or scan the QR code. And I'll get bonuses worth $30? We're talking 200k silver, an energy refill, an XP boost, 1 ancient shard, and a free epic champion, Vergus. And I'll find my rewards here. Wow.
Hey, Pint, we gotta get out of here, man.
Open the door, Taru.
Thancred, quick, end the ad. You're not going anywhere. This is Cryo.
That's so
And
good.
I would sacrifice every single one of you for her.
She's great. Hold on. Wouldn't telling me about
Off topic, but I'm so excited for Cryo. I'm so happy that they said that the Cryo is gonna be a part of the major part of the story for 7.0. Honestly, I've been throughout the whole Endwalker, I felt like she didn't have a big enough of a role, even though she was more prominent. And yes, her talents and abilities did pay off for us in a way. I just really wanted to know more about her, and I'm just very curious to see what they're gonna do for 7.0.
Kryl be a spoiler? But I like Kryl.
Me? Spoil something?
Oh, I regret to inform you that it gets even worse. There's a much more dangerous quality a character can have besides just being likable. Being sexy. When a sexy character is at play, people start losing their minds.
They hold no regard for the
That's true.
spoilers that might come. Nothing is more dangerous than Graha Tia's belly button, or worse. Emmett Selk's feet. But don't think about such heinous things. This journey was made for you. You don't play as Cloud Strife or Jane Automata. You are
Pepsi Crumpy Chat.
a story, an experience, a world built for you to be at the center of it all.
How good is this video?
So what happens when you finish the story?
What? Finish the story?
What's happening?
No. I'm not ready. This can't be it. No, I'm not ready. This can't be it. No, please. Please. This can't be it.
It's honestly one of the greatest existential crisis that I've ever experienced in the entire history of gaming. Finishing the MSQ after months of questing, all the way from Realm Reborn till the end of Endwalker, which for me was pretty much in one piece, as I was rushing to finish Shadowbringers before the Endwalker started, and then Endwalker I just did it in one piece, and it took about a month. But after that month, I was just kind of sitting there, and I couldn't believe that I'm logging into the game and that there's no more quests. There were, but for the first few days at least, they just kind of sort of felt a little underwhelming, I suppose, in comparison, because I don't know, MSQ was done and you just kind of, roaming around feeling this, I don't know, sense of accomplishment that you realize is not really an accomplishment because you don't get to do MSQ anymore. And that sometimes just sucks.
I can't. I don't want to go.
Damn, that sucks. Anyway.
Attention! All you maggots are here today for one thing and one thing only. To raid! Melee, you're on Monk. And don't even think about playing Summoner. You must be the new recruit. What are you, from Crystal? I bet you don't even have a purple class.
What?
Oh, you'll do great. All right, team. This is it. Tank stance.
on.
Healers, did you watch the guide?
What?
Ready! Charge! 6 months. That's how long we've been.
Welcome back, Dan Penalty. What's up? I always tell Sprouts not to rush because you can only do MSQ blind once. Honestly, I think it has a lot of parallel with how kids are when they're growing up. I know that I've already compared it to like being babied like once at the beginning of this video, but I think this is also one of those situations where Sprouts will feel like there's some sort of validation when you finish the MSQ, or they will feel like they are now the real players, or that the real content is waiting for them after they finish the MSQ or whatever. But then you do it and you realize that the adulting, and in this case, having finished your story, is not really as glorious as it sounds. All you have is a bunch of other less interesting things to do in comparison to the MSQ. Still interesting, but MSQ is like the highlight, which I don't know, I'm comparing to childhood in this particular case. And you realize that you just really want to go there and relive it for the first time without really knowing anything about it. And it's just the best feeling.
We've lost many along the way, and we've faced countless wipes. But that ends here. We did not concede. Rise, my wolves! Crimson is the field. Hardened our flesh. Stand for glory and fight for victory!
Yeah, I just realized, like Dante says, I realized that I probably have some people who don't play Final Fantasy XIV, as I started doing variety on this channel as well. MSQ is basically the main story quest line of Final Fantasy that takes about 400 hours or so to complete, and after finishing the story, you just kind of find yourself not really knowing what to do. The game has a ton to offer. I think he said 600 in this video, but I honestly think that 600 is a generous over exaggeration, although I think I spent a lot more time doing the MSQ because I was streaming while doing it, and I think I was also kind of stalling a little bit because I was talking to the chat and I just wasn't like trying to be time efficient or anything like that. I honestly admire anyone who's watched through my MSQ playlist on YouTube. Because it is long, and those streams, as filled with the story as they were, they also contain just a lot of just sitting there and talking to the chat, which was fun, but it wasn't like a very well optimized playthrough, and it took a ton of hours. But yeah, after finishing that, you're just kind of like sitting there, not really, I don't know, I guess not really knowing what to do next until, I don't know, something else grabs your attention, which could be one day or a year.
Okay, Voke this. Alright, and feathering coming up.
It's right on top of me, isn't it? Being in a raid of 8 people means that it's not just about you. It's about us. It's about playing as a team, no matter how many times Haru Hisatsu from the Aether Data Center sits in a fucking mechanic to do 2% more damage! It's up to you to figure out how to make it work between you all.
Which means
I love that
your
weapon.
success is determined by how everyone else performs.
So if you want to do well, you have to not only perform the best you can, but help others too. See, Haru? You do much more damage when you're alive. Keeping your morale high is essential. Bossing people around or getting upset is going to do far more damage to your raid than Feather Mommy over here. It's our duty to smile and say,
Feather Mommy.
it is what it is. Go again. And that's the kind of raider you want.
I'm a bard main, so whenever when MSQ ended, I just moved to rep grinding hunts and playing concerts at Gold Saucer. Honestly, it feels like bards always have something to do. All you really need is yourself. and wherever you go, people will follow you. It's such a unique experience to 14. I've only just leveled my bard. Honestly, I've never experienced the magic of like making other people happy just because of the job that I am and what I can do with it. But it's definitely a cool thing to do. If you don't know what to do after Final Fantasy XIV story, you could go back to FF11. Scratch that back because I've never ever played Final Fantasy 11. Have you? Do I have anyone in the chat who's played 11?
Want to be. There's this stereotype that raiders can only be meanie weenies. But you are just here for your own ego. To think that you're better than the others. You might be, but that gives you no right to be rude. I would never insult my white mage, for I have stood where he has stood. You don't raid to hear the roar of your team and the boss's the floor. To see that achievement pop up on your screen, to take screenshots of you and your companions. That is why I raid, and it has absolutely nothing to do with my ego. That's right. I, Pint Frumpy Rat, have killed an ultimate. You will only address.
I've never played 11, and honestly, I've been thinking about it just so that I can try it and I don't know, have this sort of legacy rite of passage journey behind me. But I saw a little bit of 11, and every time I see the gameplay or what it is in comparison to 14, and knowing that they're both live services and massive games and whatnot, I mean, I'm guilty of always just being like, I just want to be in 14, you know?
Me as the ultimate legend from now on. I have the weapon, I have the title, but I have no purpose.
At first,
Right.
the reclears were nice. Then I started to care about my damage, and even that was fleeting. Day by day,
Oh, stop
everything
playing that song.
becoming more mundane.
No.
I wish I could go back and just play to have fun.
Right?
Whoa! Yeah!
I'm starting to think that male bunnies were introduced to the game just so that you could legitimately, fully, and utterly roleplay a party boy. Like these are the real in-game manifestations of like I don't know, like college juniors living their best life in their best age, and it's just like everything that you even want to wear, it will look good on you if you're dressed for like partying, if you're dressed for clubs. Bunny boys and Hrothgars and Rogadins, those three are probably the best looking races when it comes to who you want to have or take on a Final Fantasy XIV clubbing party. They just look so good and just so well adapted. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Rogadins and Hrothgars are a hot take, but honestly, I think if a party consists just of Rogadins, male Rogadins, Hrothgars, and Bunny Boys, it's quite enough.
Whoa! Yeah!
Us role players are the slayest of all
See,
players.
they don't belong.
While most people are scared of social interaction.
They don't
We do
belong.
it daily for fun. You should come clubbing with us tonight. You could get some bitches, and then I think there's a Catboy IHOP down the road.
Babes, you're like totally forgetting the fashion contest.
Oh my god, this guy would win for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
no, he wouldn't win. Look,
See, not even the female Vieras fit into this club atmosphere as well as the Bunny Boys do. And there was a cat girl with a hat in the background, and she's just there, just basically just sitting on her phone. She doesn't belong either. Everyone I've talked to that played 11 admits it's a hell grind, but some people enjoy that style of MMO. Yeah, I used to. Back in the day when I only had one game to play, like back when I played World of Warcraft, I think I understood that attitude very well, and I think for the longest time I was committed to not ever playing any other games whatsoever, and that made me happy. But now I'm out of that mindset, and I just feel like I wasted all this time on repetitive grinds when I could have been playing new games and just exploring new stories and just having a blast that I'm having right now with not only Final Fantasy but all the other stuff. And I just wish WoW didn't push me into this mindset of, of thinking that it's okay to just do one thing for 15 years.
Look at me. I'm radiant, immaculate, pristine. You are scum. People think role players are just casuals with extra steps.
But some of us prefer to take it more seriously. Bitch, you stole my outfit.
So you play through
Oh my
the
God.
entire game just to stand there and show off your outfit.
Uh-huh. And you find that fun? Yeah, look, I get it. It looks kinda weird to an outsider. But we're just hanging out, making friends, socializing. It's not like we're all perverts or anything. That's just Barry. Barry fucks. There's parties which are way better than real life, because if the music's too loud and you're kinda drunk, you can just teleport out instead of your friends begging you not to drive again. And casinos, where instead of losing all of your money, you lose all of your money. There's even entire
about to
theater
say.
shows. Heck, there's a yearly in-game convention hosted by players. This community is good. Uh-huh. And what community do those guys have? Look at these cat girls. They're taking pictures right now. I wonder what kind of pictures they're taking. Wait, what is the carbuncle for?
What's
So
wrong
it's
with
just
that?
clothes. That's your end game. Well, that's definitely part of it, but there's other things like AFKing or housing.
Wait, what is the carbuncle joke? Do I just not get it, or what?
I built this kitchen all by myself. It only took me 3 weeks and it wasn't that expensive.
Where did all of our money go?
Here's a fun fact. This drawer is actually 16 cups, just kind of fucking wedged together. If our friend
Yeah, I do want to know. Now you got me curious. What? There's a software that replaces the carbuncle with anything in the game. Why a carbuncle? What? With anything in the game. So that could be like another NPC or like I don't know, a character from the game or whatever? Like literally whatever? I see. I see. Also, Hans, welcome back.
friends need something, I rest well knowing I can make it. A maid cafe, a theater, I even made a fucking Denny's. I love picking up new hobbies. I've been getting really into crafting, and I know that sounds mundane, but it's actually really rewarding.
You can swap over the carbuncle for other NPCs, allowing you to get screenshots with them. Okay, whatever, doing whatever. Oh, so the carbuncles are reasons, all the reasons why I can no longer scroll through my Twitter feed when my child is around. Got it. Okay.
And it's something new. Goodbye, Moogles. See you tomorrow.
I fucking hate those guys, holy shit.
But if there's one thing that truly holds my passion, it's fashion. It's my creative outlet. I venture into all kinds of content just for the glamour I want. It gives me a reason to try everything.
Oh, that's such a cool weapon.
Looks like I need a PvP for this one. Ugh, what a waste of time. Don't knock it till you've tried it. Here, what do you
Right?
think? Well, do you like it? I do look pretty
That's cute.
fly in red. Fuck it. Let's party.
Oh, I love it.
You know what? You people are alright. Well, I'm glad you warmed up to us. Everyone has their...
This storytelling is actually freaking fantastic. I love how this was just a seamless transition from him basically exploring all the parts of the community without ever being like, number one, Sprouts, number two, ERPers, number three, Savage Raiders, number four, whatever, casuals. It's just it takes so much effort, and he literally took us on a journey through Eorzea. It's just like it just feels so good. Editing is good, but the storytelling is just fantastic.
Their own way of living, I guess. You look at things from a singular perspective. It limits your experiences. Things have become rather stale.
Oh.
But this has been a breath of fresh air. Trying something you don't know you'll enjoy is a bit of a risk. It can be scary or even feel unnecessary. But that uncertainty is dramatic and fun. And I think that's the thing. There are so many different ways to play this game.
Honestly, learning things does feel scary, especially if you've been playing Final Fantasy XIV for a while and you know that there are things out there that you haven't gotten to learn when you were in the learning mindset. So let's say you play, I don't know, for 2 years and you've been learning the game for like 6 months, but now you've just been hanging out in the game doing what you know and what you love for, I don't know, for the rest of the time after you finish the story. And then you want to do something new and it suddenly feels like really, really scary to try and learn something new and realize that all of your experience that you have in the game cannot possibly prepare you for the convoluted system of turning in crafted materials in permanent. But that's besides the point.
And it gives you so many opportunities to try new shit. It actively encourages you to go out and do things you haven't done, just for the joy of the experience. But it's not just that. I've met so many different kinds of people. They've shown me things I didn't even know existed. I've grown close to them and learned to enjoy things that they enjoy. Experiences I'd have never had if I didn't take that step out from the norm and see what the world has to offer. It matures you, not just in terms of gameplay variety, but as a person. And for that, I thank you all
I love this
for
outro.
showing me so much.
Aww.
What's up, my grimbly bimblies? I'm gonna be playing Endwalker on Twitch, so follow me there. Also, the next video is not gonna take 7 months.
That's so nice.
It's gonna take 8.
Honestly, the amount of time. What is this? Is this Zepla? This is Zepla. Oh, Zepla did a cosplay? I did not know that. That is such a good cosplay. Anyway, that was totally worth waiting for however many months we waited for a new video. That was very, very, very good. That cosplay is near to my heart, right? Oh, I didn't wait. Did you actually tell me that that you played Nier or no? Because I'm currently playing through Nier, not Automata. Automata is the next one that I'll play through, but right now I'm going through Replicant, and I am having a freaking blast. Okay, so our live letter is at 12. It starts, this was a test stream, I believe, and the actual live letter will start at 12, which is in an hour. But until then, we are finally going to get my crafter ready for Beast Tribe quests, which means that I have 4 levels of crafting to obtain before I can take on my daily quests. Whose messages did I miss? Lunet, bye and have a good day. Is there anyone who I haven't greeted? Welcome. Sorry if I skipped or missed your messages. Yeah, no, of course I won't spoil it. I'm now just playing through Replicant. I don't even know anything about Automata, and I haven't finished Replicant, so I should be saying to you, no spoilers. No, honestly, I have complete and utmost faith in my chat. You guys have been amazing when it comes to when it comes to not spoiling anything. And why am I still in this window? Okay, I'm gonna switch like this. I like saying fake spoilers. Honestly, fake spoilers are also spoilers, and they're a bit unnerving, especially if you know that someone is giving you fake spoilers. Because if someone gives you a fake spoiler and you know it's a fake spoiler, technically, then you know that that thing is never going to happen. And isn't that a form of spoiler as well, in a way? Or maybe am I just like too overwhelmed by fear of finding out something about the story? For example, walks out of the theater after watching Finding Nemo, says out loud, "I can't believe everyone died at the end." Honestly, I don't know, like, if that's like a, I don't know, like, if everyone does die, then you really did give a spoiler, but if they don't, and the person knows that you never would, that means that no one's gonna die. And no one dying in-game is also kind of a spoiler. Isn't it? I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it completely. Honestly, I don't really know how else to level my what are they called, my gatherers. I'm leveling my miner. My miner is at 74, and I lied. I don't need 2 levels or 4 levels. I don't know what I said. I need 6 of them, and this is what I'm gonna be doing until we get to live letter, because I want to do Omicron Beast Tribes. I want to get that new mount. I need to get that new mount, and I've been slacking a little bit. Life was just not very kind this week, and it's been difficult. It's been difficult to make everything work and to just deal with everything that I... What is this? This 2 words of note. Is this a gathering quest? Is this a crafting quest? What are these blue quests that I can accept as a gatherer? What is this? Does anyone know? Yeah, I think honestly I've been fine for a very long time now. And I think life has probably recognized that, and life is now kind of throwing lemons at me, because it probably recognizes that I haven't been in any sort of major distress for quite some time. And the time has now come for life to fix that, I suppose. But we will get through it. We will get through this. Honestly, I don't know any other way. I don't know if there's any other way to level your gatherers. I do these levy quests, I don't even know how to say them. They've been pretty useful. I think I leveled from 70 to 74 with just doing these things, and of course buying things off the market board that I know I can't afford and turn them in to get 1 level a day, because that's apparently the ultimate way to level crafters. Or not crafters, gatherers, but crafters as well. I'm guilty of all of that, because I've never really legitimately crafted or gathered pretty much anything. You can level your gatherers by giving them rare candies. I wish. But I do need the zone music. I actually like being here and listening to the soundtrack. It's like I dropped my headset down and I immediately started feeling sleepy. I only got like, I think I got like 4 hours of sleep, so if I'm not like very high on energy today, I'm sorry. I've been a bit tired, and honestly I've been having a lot of trouble re-establishing my sleep schedule, because I really try to stay awake during the day, but somewhere around like 5 or 6 p.m. normally before my evening stream, I just kind of break and I have to take that nap. And especially now that that my kiddo's been with his dad for about a week, so that I can schedule the content for next week as well. Next week he's gonna be at home with me, so I'm gonna be doing a lot less streaming or no streaming in the mornings. Just a heads up, because I will just be hanging out with him, and we'll probably be taking the time to take those naps when he takes a nap in the afternoon, because I have my sleeping schedule all messed up, and I don't know how to stop taking naps during the day that ultimately wreck me later in the evening, because I can't fall asleep till like 3 or 4 in the morning. Like, I know what I need to do. I need to just suck it up. I need to suck it up, and one day I just need to sit through it and be awake and then go to bed early. But I never go to bed early no matter what. Even when I'm tired, I'm either streaming at night or I'm working, or I choose to, I don't know, watch Netflix instead of sleeping, because I don't know, because I feel this weird sense of self-entitlement at the end of the day. It's like a little voice that tells me I deserve it, you know? It's actually just, it's so counterproductive, because every time I have the opportunity to go to bed early, I convince myself falsely that it is my time to rest mentally. And I shouldn't be resting mentally. I need to go to bed. I need to sleep. And I need to... Oh, I think this is the first time that I've seen this little dude fly. Look at how pretty this tail is. This is one of my newer additions. I didn't know he was so cute. The best way to go to bed early, wake up earlier than normally do, and you will be tired by the time you want. Honestly, I don't possess the mental strength for me to just sit there and be tired and not take a nap. Because if my kiddo isn't here, I will always find a way to take like a 20-minute nap before I need to start streaming. Because if he's not around, I'm streaming or I'm working on videos. And I have this time when my videos are processing and whatnot, which takes about 20 minutes. There's literally nothing to do, and I don't want to do anything while my videos are getting processed, because I don't want to wreck the the video getting processed by sitting there and doing something else. So instead of sitting at my chair babysitting, I take like a 20-minute nap, and at night I stay awake longer under the premise that I will have an opportunity at some point to take a nap. And that also happens obviously when he's in daycare. When I work, I do have these like 15 to 20-minute windows, and I'm very much used to taking these super short naps to just kind of feel okay by the end of the day. But when he's around, if he happens to be sick or whatever, he will, well, not just if he happens to be sick, like when he's sick, he'll be at home. But whenever he is at home, he will take naps in the afternoon. And I just can't resist it, because I am normally the one putting him down for a nap. He doesn't know yet how to like go and get himself to bed, especially not if it's the afternoon, because that would just take ages and he will end up falling asleep too late, waking up too late, which is just a disaster for the evening. But whenever I put him to bed, I also fall asleep, and it's just very hard to resist that when you're already laying down and when you have your eyes closed so that you can like show your toddler how they're supposed to sleep. It just doesn't work out for you if you're tired and all you want to do is just be in bed. And I promised myself, again, I should not have done this, but I promised myself that even if I didn't get enough sleep this morning, which I didn't, that I would take a nap after, which I will, even though I shouldn't, but I know I will because I have a stream later tonight, and I don't want to be tired for it, because not only will I be tired for it, I will most likely end up not streaming at all, which we can't have, because it is the biggest launch week of all the games that I don't want to miss out on. For those of you who play other games or who don't play other games but are wondering what in the world is going on that makes me behave like this, today is the day that Valkyrie Elysium is coming out on PC, and I will not be missing that. The thing about Valkyrie is that I probably will not be playing Valkyrie today, because today it just so happens that there's another launch, which is the Tactics Ogre Reborn. I don't know if you know Tactics Ogre Reborn, but Tactics Ogre Reborn is a game that I have been looking forward to for a very, very, very long time. And I still don't know if I'll get to play it today, but I am going to do my very best. And I'm just very excited for it. And there's no way that I'm not going to take a nap before either Valkyrie or Tactics Ogre stream. But if both of these for some reason don't happen and they fall apart, there's still Harvestella. And Harvestella came out last week. I am yet to finish chapter 3 because the game is just so good. The game is too good to rush through. And I have no intention of rushing through Harvestella whatsoever. It's such a beautiful, emotional, wonderful JRPG journey that I don't even know. Like I haven't played a game that got me so sucked in to the story and the environment in a very long time. The only thing that really compares is probably Final Fantasy XIV, because at the moment Harvestella and Final Fantasy XIV are the two games that I will log into and do things in off stream as well. So it's not just a thing for me to do on stream, it's actually a safe place for me to like log into and like tend to my little farm and do all these things that are not story, but that just help me feel like I'm actually playing the game, and that just feels so good. And yes, I play Harvestella off stream, and I, at this point, am over leveled for a lot of Harvestella content, and I'm sorry, because when you watch my Harvestella streams, it gives you this false notion that the game is just super easy and that there's nothing to look forward to when it comes to content. But I am begging you, if you watch my Harvestella streams, do keep in mind that I have my morning coffee while playing Harvestella, and everything that I do in Harvestella, like tending to the farm or gathering or anything like that, anything that isn't story related content levels you up. I am over leveled. I'm over leveled, and I'm sorry, but I just couldn't stop myself. So you should take, what am I doing? Why am I not initiating the quest? You should take my Harvestella playthrough with a big grain of salt when it comes to the overall difficulty, because I have not done right by you. I've played when I shouldn't have played. But I don't regret it. The game is just so good. The game is too good. Some games make you slow down because they're worth savoring. Yes! And honestly, I'm seeing these like first people who are just now finishing Harvestella, and honestly, finishing Harvestella now, after a week after it came out, it almost counts as a speed run, because the game is just so massive. And it's not really a speed run, but if you want to do everything in Harvestella, it'll take you like 60 or 70 hours. And I think I feel like I'm only around 20 hours in the game, and I have no intention whatsoever of rushing through it, because I'm just loving the experience. I legitimately, honestly just love this game. I didn't think I would love it that much. I did receive it for free. That's a big disclaimer, and I just, like, I never put my reputation on the line like that and say that I don't know, I like something just because I received it as part of a sponsorship or something like that. Yes, it was a sponsorship, but I've done other games as part of the sponsorship where I would play the game on stream and I would finish the game, and it would be a, you know, more or less satisfying experience. I would do a review, but I definitely wouldn't be logging in off stream to play the game. I wouldn't be obsessing about it over, you know, like on Twitter or whatever. Like, I wouldn't be talking about it that much. I legitimately just really, really enjoy Harvestella, and I'm very grateful to have received that game. Because I was, well, it's a €60 game, And a lot of people, at least at the very beginning, were very hesitant on whether or not they want to spend that amount of money on Harvestella. Some people who are very hungry for interaction on their Steam reviews or whatever, they posted reviews after 1 or 2 hours of gameplay that are laughable. Those reviews are laughable because people have no idea what they're talking about. People talked about things that literally change in the next chapter, but they never so much as gave the game an opportunity to take them through the tutorial, because the first 2 chapters of Harvestella are a legitimate tutorial in comparison, and people just didn't realize that. The cutscenes themselves in chapter 1 that introduce you to the game take about an hour. I don't understand, and it is beyond me how some people could like go ahead and make a serious review of the game 1 hour into their playthrough on Steam, and you can see that they've only played for an hour. It's like, what are we even talking about? Harvestella is gorgeous. Harvestella has so much to offer. Honestly, it is. I thought that it was a farming simulator, and I'm honestly not a big farming simulator person. I did love Island Sanctuaries and Final Fantasy XIV. I did occasionally play some crafting / gathering games or whatever, but I am not their biggest fan. I'm just putting that out there. I'm not. But Harvestella is much more than that. Harvestella made me love even that part of the game. And that's the part of the game that I log into to play off stream when I'm not doing the story. But the story is amazing. The combat is ARPG, the story is JRPG, and the farm life is farming sim. It's a really weird hybrid of pretty much everything that you can possibly, I don't know, imagine just put into this one game. Honestly, I didn't expect this kind of experience. I didn't expect that I would love the game so much, but I do. And it's one of my favorite games right now. I haven't even finished it, and I'm dreading finishing Harvestella because I don't want it to end. And I saw some people's ending credits, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there will be a time when I will finish this game when I would like not be logging in anymore to do anything. And when you just fall in love with a game, that is a very scary thought. It is. But for now, I'm just enjoying the experience, and I will not let that bother me. We have plenty of time until the live letter. I'm going to assume that the live letter is going to start early, like it did last time. So we're gonna go and do another series of levies. I don't even know. We're gonna go somewhere closer to this place. I guess it's the same thing. It is the same, but yes, warm recommendations for everyone who's looking for that kind of thing. Harvestella is not for everyone. Definitely not for everyone. If you like JRPGs at their core, you're gonna like it. If you like ARPG combat that isn't too complex, it really isn't too complex, but it has a job system of like, I don't know, 15 jobs or whatever, and each has its own talent tree that you get to grow and get different abilities, and you can change combat, you can change the job during combat. That is, for me, complex enough. And the bosses really remind me of like Final Fantasy XIV raid bosses, because the mechanics are similar. You go solo, but it's like a solo trial that you get to experience. It's actually very fun. If you enjoy that kind of combat, and if you like the I want to say the Genshin Impact style graphics when you walk around the world to like do dungeons or like gather materials around or whatever. Like when you walk around, that's what the game looks like, in my honest opinion. If you enjoy that kind of thing, and if you like having like a little farm and doing like a farm simulator on the side, you will love Harvestella. If you don't love these things, you will not love Harvestella. Don't buy Harvestella. Like if you enjoy like not cozy experiences, but like action-packed, not super story-filled experiences, and if you're gonna be bothered by the fact that the dialogue is not voiced, and that the only parts of the game that are voiced are you talking to your party members in combat, and the character talking to you during combat. If that's gonna bother you so much that it is a deal breaker, then Harvestella is not for you. But I don't see a problem with that. Like, everyone who's used to Final Fantasy XIV and the speech bubbles that are not voiced will have, I think, no problem with Harvestella not being voiced. Honestly, I didn't at the beginning when I started playing, and I noticed that the game was not voiced, I was a bit weirded out because I expected for a €60 game to be voiced. But then I realized just how much content there is, just how many quests there are. And if you were to voice every single one of those quests, it would be a €100 game and not a €60 one. Because there is just so much story, and the speech bubbles are not overwhelming. They're like 2 to 3 liners. They're not like, the story's not complex. You spend a lot of time just like clicking through very short speech bubbles, and to me that was very relaxing, and still is. I'm just loving the game. See, I can't stop talking about it. I need to stop though. I've been getting on everyone's nerves, probably. But I think you know the feeling. Like, at some point, I think each one of us has been obsessed with some game at some point of their lives. This is just my current obsession, and I'm very happy to do it. Honestly, I think gathering and doing like the farm work in Harvestella has made me more, I guess, motivated to level my crafters and my gatherers in 14, which is why I'm doing this now, instead of just being queued for a random dungeon and finishing leveling my other jobs, like battle jobs. Yeah, I do believe that it is on, but like you said, the early start is usually just chit chat. Last time they started half an hour early as well, and I basically had to sit there through those first half an hour, and I was freestyling my stream because I was just gonna do the live letter. I decided not to like play anything or whatever, so I just sat there trying to think of things to talk to people about, meanwhile trying to understand what it is that they're discussing. So this time I think I'm just gonna follow the schedule, and I'm not going to go and watch until they actually start at 12. But if I do happen to forget, and if you see that I'm either like talking or getting distracted or not looking at the time or whatever, just give me a quick just a quick ping in the chat, be like, hey, it's time to go, because I really don't want to miss out on the beginning, because there's a chance that they will play the 6.3 trailer at the beginning, and I do not want to miss out on that. I'm very excited to continue the story. And hopefully, like, I know I've been slacking a little bit. I've been playing a lot less of Final Fantasy IV than I've been wanting to, and I think I just need to sit down and finish the game, because I really want to finish the game before 6.3, because of just everything being so connected to Final Fantasy IV story. So for those of you who have been, trying to watch my Final Fantasy IV streams and have been wondering why I'm not playing, it's like there's always something happening. I was supposed to do one today, but I had my lesson, this morning, and honestly, these lessons have been obviously they've been useful because they're keeping me alive, but at the same time, I think I'm gonna have to rethink how I'm doing those morning streams on Tuesdays and Fridays, because, well, Tuesday is not my live. No, both are my live days. I think maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna switch out my schedule a little bit so that I don't, what am I doing? So that I don't stream on Tuesdays and Fridays morning, because I keep promising things that I can't deliver, and I don't want that. I start my lesson at 8 in the morning, and then I finish at 9, and I'm supposed to be on stream by like 10 a.m. And for the longest time, why am I not starting this quest? And for the longest time, it's just not been working out. And I think rather than giving the promises that I can't keep, I'm going to have to edit my schedule. Luckily, I started doing weekly schedules rather than just promising some sort of, I don't know, consistency that lasts forever. Because it's very hard for me to do that as a mom. Especially knowing that, you know, like, if my kid is having a sick week, obviously I'm not going to be able to stream in the mornings. And in the evening, I'm alone with him, so I can start streaming once he's in bed, but that's pretty much the only time that I can stream, and that's just the way it is. So I'm gonna have to be adapting my schedule in accordance to that as well. Bruno, hi and welcome. Live letters now. Yeah, yeah, I know, but they're not gonna start the actual live letter until 12. I think they're just sitting there. If they start playing like 6.3 trailers or whatever, I am going to regret that. But I don't think they're talking about anything that right now I can understand. I'll read a little recap of like the first half an hour or whatever once it's done. But I did this last time. I went there and it looked like something was happening, but in reality nothing was happening for the first half an hour. I think it's just basically going live and getting the people to come around and, I don't know, get their food, get their drinks, and get ready to watch. So we're gonna wait until 12. Obviously, if you want to watch it early, if you want to start already, I do think that in the balanced Discord, which I should, is it balanced Discord? What's it called? In Discord, there's a translation that the community does. I'm gonna see. Okay, I think it's the Final Fantasy 14 Discord. Yes. Okay. So the translation has, okay, this is what's happened so far. Can you see it when I do it like this? You can. Okay. Okay. So okay, so these are those very, very, very nice people who have been translating this for us for many live letters so far. They say test stream is currently ongoing. This is what started like 3 minutes ago. Once again, Foxlon asking viewers to report any stream difficulties to them. This upcoming live letter will be patch 6.3 part 1. Currently test is ongoing. Yoshipi is coming in. Wearing sneaker shoes will cause the noise to occur, and the newly joined staff members complain. Wait, what? There's a womp womp noise. Apparently Yoshi is wearing really loud sneakers on stream. The womp noises is indeed the noises made by Yoshipi. What the hell is happening there? What am I missing out? Stream comments saying he can't keep quiet when walking, asking if Yoshipi is tired. Nope, Yoshipi is super Genki. I don't know what this means. Good thing Yoshipi is indeed doing fine. What am I reading? However, yes, Yoshipi is slightly thinner. He lost 4 kilograms. He's busy with 14 as usual. And PD check for patch 6.3 will begin next week. That is when he'll turn from Genki Yoshida to Dead Yoshida. What is this? What am I missing? Yo, what? What? What is this gameplay here? Stream asking if he's weighing himself or he's okay. I've had it. I've had it. Fuck crafting. Okay. Okay. You got me. Let me see how we're gonna do this. Okay. This way we can I hide this? Can I hide this list of people here? I don't know how to hide them. Because I wanna see the chat. Okay, I can actually do this so you won't see it. But I will. Okay, like this. Okay, we're gonna watch this because apparently there is stuff going on that we don't want to miss out on. No more crafting. Apparently, okay, let me turn it up a little bit. By the way, do you mind the background music from the game? Is it too loud? If you mind, like the... Wait, you can click the button on the right side by the search bar. Really? On Discord? Where is it? Search bar, update, inbox, help, notification threads, pinned, hide member list. Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, they do the translations. I'll read them for you. Because I'm sure that you can see all of them on screen, and I won't make you try to do that. Do you mind the music from the game? It's pleasant, but if it's too loud or if it's bothersome, let me know. Okay, let's see what they say. Okay, and first of all, thank you, massive thanks to Iluna Minori, who is actually the person translating all of these things in the official Final Fantasy... Is it the official Final Fantasy XIV Discord? It is some Final Fantasy XIV Discord. If you are not there yet and you would like to see it for yourself, you can pop in there. The translations are public. This is not some elite thing. Anyone can hop in. And yeah, I really appreciate them. Okay, so there's a lot of reactions in the Discord. Okay, so it says apparently he's giving an impression that he's sloppy enough to not remove his shoes when relaxing himself. He does, don't worry. The one thing he doesn't remove would be his accessories on fingers. He does have a lot of rings. Theater mode. If I do this, okay, there we go. This is actually quite a bit better. He is thinner these days. Does he look thinner? Oh my gosh, he does look a little bit thinner. He's thinner these days, but he's not going to overdo it. I love this. Something snow skiing. And then people in the community reacting with a bunch of snowmen and skiing. Foxlon comments that they want to refrain from chit-chatting too much because it'll seep into the actual broadcast, which is in like 20 minutes, so we don't mind that, do we? No, I don't think so. Let me just edit my own scenery a little bit. I think you can see too much of my room. My room is not very clean, so... another talk about his experiences when he goes in and out of office building. What? No, I love the art behind Foxlon. It's so beautiful. Like Heidelin is just so gorgeous, and the artists, anyone drawing anything Final Fantasy XIV is just so nice. Yoshi is working on 14, 16. He's on the Squeenix board, etc. When does the man sleep? I don't think he ever does. I don't think he ever does. I don't know. He probably... I don't want to spread any conspiracy theories, but he probably made some sort of deal You know, with the supernatural forces, for him to not needs to sleep ever, and then he will probably pay for it in his afterlife or something. But for now, I don't think he sleeps at all. Stream comments, I bought Tactics Ogre. Yoshi P says Subarashi. What is Subarashi?
なんでプレイをしてデータ構造体が頭に浮かぶようになっていれば多分ほぼおそらく14チームの試験は受かる。
I'm tired, but we're gonna push through this. I haven't made my lunch. I should have made lunch because this is going to be like the next 2 hours of our lives.
いやミンサがやるから買えないじゃないよ。ミンサが先やってもいいからとりあえず買って。
He's aware that there are a lot of Square Enix games that are coming out these days. Like, honestly, people think that Yoshi is like, I'm not saying he's not humble or wholesome or, you know, doesn't care about his, or his player base or whatever, but there's something to understand. When you are in the Final Fantasy XIV, you are already exposed to all of the other, not just Final Fantasy titles, which can take like years of your life to go through, but you're also exposed to all of the Square Enix games. And by him saying that you should take a break from Final Fantasy XIV to play other games, and I know this because I fell for it, and now I'm in this cycle of playing pretty much all of the Square Enix games because that is what my community is exposing me to, and that is what I apparently also need to know to understand 14 better. So what I am doing right now is playing through Final Fantasy games and playing through all the new Square Enix releases, because not only are some of those games related to 14, like Tactics Ogre, I don't know if you know, fun fact, the Palace of the Dead comes from Tactics Ogre, and I want to play Reborn so that I understand where the Palace of the Dead is coming from. So, not only am I going through all of these things, I'm also trying to follow up with Final Fantasy XIV. So I think when Yoshi says that we should take a break, he knows very well what he's saying. And he knows what this break entails. It means that you will most likely go around and play all of the other Square Enix games anyway, bringing revenue to Square Enix anyway, you know? I fell for it. Oh, what can you do? Also, Muna is translating as well. Thank you to Muna as well. He didn't have time to watch the new Gundam yet, but he will once it is all aired. I haven't seen it either. I can't wait. Also commenting on how there are many people wanting to enter game industry and Square Enix, and he comments that if they were to take a test to enter the company, 14 related questions will definitely occur in those tests, which is fair enough. You should be talking about Tactics Ogre, like how he wasn't PD at the time of the release, etc. But they should cut it short because it's just a test stream. So yeah, test stream is about to end. So this is not like the real... Look at the community reacting with like the super sad emotes. That would be legendary. Yoshi Takamana, he's been doing the character designs for Final Fantasy ever since 1. Oh, I see, I see. Everyone's like, no, test stream ending. That's hilarious. Since this is the first time of the live letter, there will be screenshots, but no game footage. Okay, that's the end of this test stream. Comments asking Yoshi P to do something about PS5 stock. Don't worry, Sony will do something about it. Don't worry. Okay, so this is going to be... Okay, this is where we will wait for the actual live letter, which is in 15 minutes. I'm gonna go to bathroom, and then we are going to do a little bit more of my crafting, or not crafting, but gathering, and in 15 minutes we will most likely be back. I do believe that this is the new art. I do think so. It's pretty, isn't it? It's so nice. Yeah, I think this is the live letter art. Actually, this is the first time that I'm seeing it. I wasn't able to find any pictures online whatsoever to help me make a thumbnail. I'll be right back. I just need to go to the bathroom. Do you know what I realized? I really want your messages to be a part of this. Let me do that. Final Fantasy 14. Where is my chat box? Okay, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna copy this. Sorry, excuse me while I do my overlay thingies. I'm gonna paste it. I'm gonna paste it right here. Okay. So I am going to have this because I want you to also be a part of it. Okay, so here's our reactions. But I think I don't know, like my LCD is messing with me a little bit. But I want to, do you know what? I don't have to do that. I can just have the chat here, and that way I can see your messages as well. Let me see. To be fair, the pressure comes more from FF fans than Yoshi P. A lot of Final Fantasy 14 fans have never played other Final Fantasies, but a lot of us are FF veterans. Yeah, for example, Final Fantasy 14 is my first Final Fantasy, and I wasn't pressured by the community, but I just felt like I missed out on a lot of things when I was playing through MSQ, especially on stream, because I had so many people saying, oh, this is music from 12, this is music, or this is a character from 6, or whatever, and I'm like, okay, you know, that's great, I still understand the story, but I really wish I was able to make those connections. And honestly, I don't mind that I'm playing Final Fantasy 14 first, because once I get to play other games as well, I think I'll still have a pretty good experience, and I will be able to feel that same way about 14 when I go and play the other games. For now, I think I can switch away from this overlay. Okay, let me just not forget to go into the actual viewing one once it starts, because I don't want to watch like this. Sometimes I forget to switch. See, I really want to start with my Beast Tribes, and I really want to get there by probably the end of this weekend. This is gonna be so exciting. I am so hyped for it. People are saying there won't be a trailer drop. Aww. A slide letter that will be in part 2 in about 5 or 6 weeks. I see. Well, that's okay. There must be, like, I want to believe that there must be a reason why they're doing a live letter right now, so I'm going to guess that there's gonna be at least something that, something to look forward to. Anyways, they will talk about features. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we care about. I do care about the trailer, and I hope that they tease us with at least a little something. They did say no game footage, though, so I guess that's pretty telling when it comes to whether or not we'll get a trailer drop. We did get art, so that is something. It's like with Final Fantasy 14, you know that they're doing whatever they can to make the game as good as they can, and then even during those events, you're willing to accept the crumbs that they throw at you. I'm like, oh, okay, well, at least we saw art. It's like, I didn't really used to be this tame back when I played WoW, because normally when you watch these Q&As that happen like once a year and not once every like 6 to 7 weeks or whatever, you're so angry because there's so many questions that are left unanswered, and they end up reading like 5 selected Twitter questions that they actually want to answer at that time, that the whole experience just kind of feels a little bad. In comparison, like I just don't understand why they didn't immediately learn from this. I think that people from World of Warcraft team have been exposed to the fact that there are these live letters that indeed bring the community together, and I think they could have immediately learned from it and could have decided to do more Q&As, because Q&As were being or are still being highly requested in WoW, but they just don't make an effort to do them very often. Even Ashes of Creation, which is a new game that hasn't even come out yet in a real way. Even they do like monthly updates for their game, and it just kind of makes me wonder why World of Warcraft as a big ass company just doesn't put an effort into, you know, just just updating their community on what the hell is going on. Yeah, we got like 10 minutes. "10 minutes of very satisfying clicking." Honestly, now that I'm playing through Harvestella, I am actually determined to level my gatherers and my crafters in Final Fantasy XIV, even though it has nothing to do with that experience whatsoever. I think I am far more keen on gathering things now. One of the reasons I left WoW was the ridiculously long content routes and no communication from the devs to keep players even remotely dialed in. That's true. And I think that the World of Warcraft, whoever was in charge or still is in charge of community management, I always felt like they would, I don't know, put themselves on this really high horse where they don't need to communicate with the community whatsoever, unless it's like a blue post that appears on a forum with no additional interaction or whatever. And honestly, I am feeling a great amount of loyalty to Square Enix as a company, as a content creator. And that's not because I'm some shill or whatever, but it's because I've been creating content for about 7 years on and off. And I used to create content for Blizzard games, Hearthstone first, Hearthstone for like 4 years of my content creation career, whatever, and then World of Warcraft, and then after that Final Fantasy XIV. Never have I ever been feeling so accepted as a content creator and seen, even as a growing content creator, by a company than now. In World of Warcraft, and in Hearthstone, like I wasn't big, but I had an established community in Hearthstone. It took me a while to, recover from the blow of completely changing my genre and rebuilding the community again. But I've never felt seen. Growing content creators would never get this opportunity because the scene was so saturated with people who are already established within the community that there was just no need to dig a little deeper and in any way, shape, or form showcase other content creators. And it's not just about being seen, it's also about accepting feedback or responding to feedback. I have never received a single feedback reply ever in all the years that I've played both Hearthstone on a competitive level and World of Warcraft, not on a competitive, but I think on a very in-depth level, not letter. I'm thinking about the live letter. Sorry. I keep saying this. I didn't raid Mythic for a very long time, but I did for some time. and I had a lot of insight into the game, and I've never felt seen. Never ever. And honestly, within Square Enix, I feel seen. Even as a new member of the community, and I appreciate that. I'm just grateful because it doesn't I just feel like I'm a little bit of a part of something, you know? It just feels nice. It doesn't feel like you're just like, I don't know, screaming into the void whenever you want to say something, or whenever something's wrong, or whenever your community wants to give an opinion about something and you want to be the voice of your community. With Square Enix and Final Fantasy in general, I felt like I could always be the voice of my community no matter the size, and it just feels good. It just does. I remember there was a Hearthstone stream that I was doing a few years ago, and I think there was a new in-game mode, and I was on stream, and I think it was like a kind of a dungeon thing. I don't know if you ever played Hearthstone, but there was a bug in the game where I had a winning condition on board, and I was about to basically kill the boss and receive the rewards, and everyone was so hyped about it, and you know, it was just a really nice thing for us to do together. But there was a bug, and my cards that I was trying to attack with, they wouldn't target the boss, but instead the boss was on board where the cards were, and he was like so tiny you couldn't even see him. It was such a strange bug. And I lost that game, and I lost all of the progress because there was a bug within the game, and the boss was just not in the portrait area where the boss was supposed to be. So I wrote a feedback, and we were all trying to be the voice for this particular bug. And I just got a generic response to the ticket, like, "Oh, we're sorry to hear that's happened. Hopefully it won't happen next time." You know, whatever. It's like I lost like 3 hours of progress just because I couldn't beat the final boss because of that. I never got heard. My community was never heard through me or separately. And I had to like dig through forums to find 5 other people who have had the same bug, and I had it on stream. I had a video and everything, and that video got shared, and that bug was still persistent throughout, like, I don't know, a few months, because people kept reporting this bug and nothing was being done about it. And finally, when they realized they had to do something because there's now too many people who have lost their progress by the time they came to the final boss, 6 months after, they go and patch it. That's not being heard, and that's not being seen. That sucks. And that wasn't the only example. That was just one of the examples. And I had a larger community in Hearthstone than I had in World of Warcraft. I didn't play World of Warcraft full time as long as I did Hearthstone. Hearthstone was my first big game, I think. And honestly, stopping with Hearthstone and deciding to rebuild Twitch and build YouTube from scratch, that was one of the hardest things that I've ever done. Okay. I think... Do we still have time? Holy, do I have a lot of tabs. What do I want to open? I want to open this one. Is this live? This is supposed to be live in about a minute. So we're gonna switch. Which tabs did I have open? Okay, let me figure this out. Is the in-game music bothersome while there's a live letter? Like, if there's not going to be any other, like, I don't know, videos or footage or anything like that, I don't mind the background music. If you do, or if you think it's loud, let me know. But I think overall we should be okay. Okay, let me get set up. Okay, like this and like that. I think we're ready. What did I miss? Look at the amount of people reacting to the art. It's like, this is what feels good about these live letters and the community in general. It's like everyone's so excited to be a part of this. Now we're all like sitting here, like everyone who doesn't speak Japanese, we're all like sitting here trying to process it. but our brains are just like not retaining information. It feels bad. Okay, so they say welcome everyone. Yeah, I'll read it for you. So if you have it open on your screen, you don't have to like try to skim and read it. But yeah, like I said, Final Fantasy XIV, like the Discord where this is being translated, it's a public Discord and you can join. It's not some sort of secret room or whatever. But I'll still read it. I love how they also post screenshots. It's so nice. 74th live letter. That is crazy. Today's date, the 11th of the 11th month. Okay, what is with eggplants that everyone's reacting with, and with the crabs? Okay, the bird I understand. Looks like a chocobo. I do not understand the eggplant. Apparently 10 years ago today was the 1.0 servers shut down. Wow, I did not know that. That's wild. That was 10 years ago? Holy. That is so wild. I love these screenshots. They're precious. I really want that jacket. Is that the paladin jacket? I don't even think I can order it from here. It feels bad.
なんか謝罪会見してるみたいな絵になってましたね。そうか。で、PL10 年前の今日の PLL が、第4回でございまして、そこから10年で70回。
They look so tired. Oh my gosh.
ね、そうか。ナンバリングだけでかい。まあね、プラス出張とかなんだとかいろいろやってきました。ああ、そうか。なかなかですね。長寿番組ですよ。いやなんかそう言われると急に感慨深いな。ね、全く考えてなかった。そうか。
Maybe that's a oh my god. It's like did I not get that joke? Maybe that's a way of showing that they were excited. Yeah, it's like it wouldn't even occur to me ever to demonstrate my excitement on Discord by reacting with an eggplant. Maybe it's a girl thing, I don't know. It makes sense now that you're bringing it up, but there's now 81 people who have reacted to a welcome message with an eggplant. It's like that makes me feel weird in so many ways. Okay, so Muna's translating, thank you again. The server quality back in the day was so bad that they kept crashing. And Yoshipi had to do apology streams. That is crazy. Apology streams in a suite... In a suit? Or in a suite? What? Back then? Oh, in a suit. Sorry. In a suit back then, in which he looked like he just left Kabukicho. Or suite. Suit. I don't know. Back then, in which he looked like he just left Kabukicho district in Japan, known for young people to hang out there. Is this suit or is this suite? Suit. We spent so much money. That Louis Vuitton smile was from 2012. Okay, these things are a bit unrelated. I'm not sure what they're referring to, but like, look at how, like, when they look up, you can see that they're like remembering these times, and it must have been so crazy for them, and it must still be so wild to sit here after 10 years thinking about everything that you've done. It is insane. Also, Soul the Dead, sorry for not saying hi earlier. Hi and welcome. I hope you're having a good day. Are they sitting next to each other? Is this like a barrier? Or is that like a divided screen? Oh, okay, so now, okay, he put his He put his hand through it. They're sitting next to each other. I see this like this gray pole thingy. It just made me feel like the screen was split and like they're showing like two different parts of like the room. I thought maybe they're sitting like across from each other, but they're actually next to each other. I see. We never imagined we'd come this far. That's all thanks to you guys. No, honestly, the origin story of this game is just so insane. People were wondering why it's the 10th anniversary next year. We took a bit to start the servers back up. Didn't they say? Oh, okay. So they were talking about the anniversary of the rebirth, not the shutdown. 10 years ago today was the servers shutdown, but next year it will be the anniversary of the servers going back up. I see. Another thing that hasn't changed since is us doing the live streams ourselves, which is just kind of showing that they're, I don't know, they're just super down to earth that way. It's like even after 10 years, they didn't just hire someone to sit here and answer questions, and that is just wild. I love his rings. Has he ever talked about like the meaning of his rings, or are they just rings and there just needs to be many of them? Well, to get this channel's updates in your own server. How does this work? How would I get this to work in my own Discord? Could I make like my own like sub channel or whatever? I don't know how this works. I don't know if there's anyone who knows how to work Discord, but I've never done that. I don't know how this channel's updates. Get this channel's just updates, but not like messages, I suppose. I don't know, I'm dreadful at Discord. No, here we go. Gods, Ravel, Lance, Tremble. Is that the name of the patch? That would make sense. We're probably gonna get the next swing of the Alliance raid as well. That'd be exciting. So, he says, part 1 of 6.3 features today, a few screenshots but no in-game footage. Since we have a lot of new players, let me just say this. We usually have 2 live letters, part 1 and 2, and in part 1 we mainly discuss the new features without showing the in-game footage. I actually never noticed that. Yeah, I'm just so bad at that bot. I got my my Instagram and my Twitter feed to show up in my own Discord these days, and that's like been the greatest achievement in my whole Discord management in months. I'm very bad at that. Also, Holoval, welcome. I hope you're having a good day. We start with the patch title, which is Gods, Revel, Lance, Tremble. It's releasing early January 2023. Release next year. As I mentioned previously, it would be too stressful to release it at the end of the year. I guess they're trying to escape the holiday season and whatnot, which is a good decision overall. Yoshi's so pretty. Yoshi says 3rd of January? No, I'd personally be okay with that, but that's a bit, you know. You know? What does he mean, you know? New main scenario quest. Okay, so this is the in-game footage from the new MSQ. Yoshi says Zero will become a really popular. Zero became a really popular character, and it made me happy. Zero is awesome. Yeah, spoiler alert for everyone who who hasn't played through the patch. But if you're too far back, you'll forget about all this. Is the in-game music too loud in the background? It's very soothing. I like the zone.
はい。よろしくお願いします。はい。では続いて参りましょう。画面お願いします。サブストーリークエ
Okay,
ス
what's
ト
to
の
come in
ですね
patch
多数ございます。
6.3?
まずはこち
New
ら。
side quest. Tatar's Grand Endeavor continues. Oh, that's gonna be nice.
続編がございます。
The last one is what gave us the portraits thingies as rewards, right? Or no? Or was that another quest? I think it was that one with the artist.
久しぶりですね、このこの二人とこの衣装ということ
New
は
MSQs, new side quests. Miuna says the usual.
はい、何に手を振っているのや。
Honestly, these streams really make me,
愛用データの人
I don't know. They make me wish I could speak Japanese.
愛用データの人って認知されてるんで、さすがファンフェスにね協賛いただくとめっちゃ認知されるってことですね、これ。確か好きでやってますからね、あの人たちね。いやもうめっちゃ喜んで次のねファンフェスにもちょっと期待が
よろしくお願いします。
高まりますが、あようさん次のねファンフェスもぜひよろしくお願いします。AOE 持ってきそうって流れてる。はい。さらにですね、
these outfits allows us for us to guess where these quests take place. So it appears that we're gonna go back to Kugane. That's exciting. I love him. Let me see. Are we gonna get the continuation of the side quest? I don't know if you know, but these post MSQ side quests, they're called. Let me tell you what they're called if you haven't done them. They are called. Where is it? Newfound. Is it the Newfound Adventure? Post MSQ. I don't know what it's called. I can't find it now. But they're really nice. They start in next to Radzatan, I guess. You should do them if you haven't. The side story you unlock. Oh, there it is. The side story you unlock after finishing the 6.2 MSQ will continue in 6.3. That's the Tales of Newfound Adventure. Yes. Continues and somehow further Hildebrand Adventure. That's already in 6.35. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, in Radzatan. Yo, I didn't expect that story to be so good and to have so much meaning for the MSQ. It definitely feels like it's a part of the MSQ. You should definitely do it. And what did you think about the Hildebrand quests for the 6.25? Yeah, so many cutscenes. Like it was like 25 minutes of questing, and out of that, 17 minutes was just them telling a story about these characters. It was so good. I don't even know what we're trying to show with these screenshots anymore. Kind of cute though. Honestly, I think we're all just really happy to sit here and watch whatever it is that we can get. I'm just really hoping that's gonna be a minion. Like similarly to how the little what's it called? The little mammoth was given to us in, was it Heavensward? I think that was the Heavensward section. Check the balance between the asymmetry of the top of the head and the eyes so much. Are they talking about the little guy? Paying attention to interesting details. For sure. Okay, we have the further mandible weapons coming in 6.35, so they won't be available in 6.3. I guess that's to be expected. I wonder if we'll only get one step or we'll get more, because it feels like there's more steps than there is patches until the end of the expansion. What do you think? So since we have more Hildebrand quests, more mandible weapon quests. Oh, that's a fun screenshot, isn't it? My favorite part of the 6.2 Hildy was all the sci-fi movie reference, like Dune content and such. Right? I thought I was like the only one who thought about these things, to the point that I wasn't like, I was streaming and I wasn't even sure that they were, you know, the actual references. So it felt kind of silly to like bring up some things because no one was saying anything in the chat. But I'm glad that I'm not the only one. Thank you for validating my feelings.
有効部族。こちらも、パッチ6.35になります。さて、なんでしょうね。
Whatever is happening.
すごい予想が。
I love these translations.
ちょっと行月総まとめみたいな感じになってましたけど、皆さんは。
Another line of tribal quests. Wait, we're getting new tribal quests. Wait, which ones? I don't think they're saying, but I would guess that those are gonna be the crafting quests, judging by the pattern from the previous expansions. Or no, am I wrong? Because we got the battle ones, the gatherer ones, and I guess we're to get crafters.
ラーってだってねえ部族じゃないんじゃね個体ですよあれなんとかというわけで、パッチ 6.35 で、となるのはこちらです。
Guess which one it is gonna be. They're enjoying the Twitch chat guesses. Oh, I'm not seeing the Twitch chat. I want to see if everyone else is saying. Okay, the chat is mostly in, I want to say, Japanese. I don't know. I don't understand this. The chat is also not Englishing today, so. New tribal quest, the Loporits. Oh, for disciples of the hand. Okay, so Loporits are. Do you know what? This makes complete sense. Like from the moment we met Loporits, we knew that they were the thing makers. Yeah, Loporits for crafting. Oh my gosh! Imagine the story. That's gonna be so good. Luckily, I have my crafters, at least some of them at 90, so I don't have to level them like a peasant, like I'm doing right now with my gatherers. Like, why do you think I'm leveling gatherers? Because I can't do my tribe quest. Okay, we're gonna get a new dungeon in 6.3. Lapis Manalis, I guess that's the name. Screenshots, footage, please. Well, not footage, but Lapis Manalis. So what would that? Where would that put us? Where is this going to be? Okay, so they say, my friends. Not sure if they consider you their friend. Yeah, they're talking about Loporits. Oh, in reference to their 14th broadcast and his cosplay, I see. That was a little bit horrifying, wasn't it? Japanese dungeon name includes Snow Mountain. Where could that be? Snow Mountain? Well, Garlemald, I guess? Somewhere in Garlemald? Does this look like Garlemald to you? It could be. Like, where else does it snow? Like, it snows in Charland, but obviously it's not Charland. That's exciting. Yoshi says, I want to slide if I see this. That looks pretty. We have quite a bit of snowy dungeons so far, but that's okay. Such good weather. Oh, is this the dungeon footage? That's pretty. Do you think like before they even talk about it, I want to hear what you have to say. Do you think that we're gonna get another like another city for another, like, I don't know, variant or Criterion dungeons? Like, I'm hoping that their grand plan is to have all of them put into like a daily roulette for us to be able to get like a new daily roulette to do. Because once you finish them, it's like it doesn't feel like there's any reason to go back there. And I think they've been historically very good at making the like the past content relevant. And that would be one way to do it. Oh, this dungeon is part of the MSQ. Yeah, that makes sense. There's gonna be a trial as well, right? I think so, because they have like a few bosses that they wanna I guess put into the story from 4. Looks like Snowcloak, but probably Garlemald like under a glacier or something. Honestly, it looks like Garlemald, but I'm starting to suspect that it's just not Garlemald, because for some reason it seems too cheerful for Garlemald. New trials. Oh, are we gonna get the optional trials? Or just one that's a part of the MSQ? This looks like it's gonna be the MSQ trial. Like one of the bosses from like 14, and now we kind of like know the pattern. We got the wind boss, and now we have like the 3 other ones. Yo, I need to finish 4. I started playing 4, and I know the game is like what 30 hours long, but like I haven't actually just sat down and like decided that I'm gonna finish it in one go. One of these days I'm gonna do it before 6.3 for sure. Because I need to know the story about these bosses. These 3 plus 4 plus gold bits for trial series. I don't know if this is gonna if that's gonna be like a part of the main quest or not. New Unreal trial, thank goodness. See, I beat Sephiroth and I decided to never come back there. Oh no. Oh, this is the containment base. I'm gonna miss Sephiroth. I am going to miss Sephiroth. Honestly, I miss Ultima. More than anything, I'm missing Ultima, and I should have been grinding my fall leaves when Ultima was the Unreal. Sophia will be in the next Unreal. Okay, so they say this dungeon is part of the MSQ. Please look forward to it. Of course, there will be another trial. The boss will be drumroll secret. Of course. Nightmare, hello and good morning. I hope you're having a good day. Good morning. Also, I heard I need to play FF4, and I wholeheartedly am cheering in your corner to play more FF4. I started. I'm like 10 hours into the game. And whenever I schedule my Final Fantasy IV stream, something happens. Today is the live letter, and I knew I wasn't gonna have enough time to do 4. Last week I scheduled it, but then my toddler got pox, and I couldn't stream during the morning at all. It's like every time there's something. But honestly, I'm gonna sit down and I'm going to play through 4. I have to know the story. Also, how are you? Hope you're having a good day. New Alliance raid, Myths of the Realm, number 2. Are they gonna have a little bit of a different name? Yes? No? Yoshi says for the Unreal, he says so much brain training in this fight. Yeah, I'm already looking forward to it. I do Unreals, but they're not unbearable. Actually, a lot of gimmicks and mechanics in this one. Thinking back, since it's an uneven patch, we will get the next 24-man raid. Oh, I'm never going to know how to pronounce this. Euphrosyne. Euphrosyne? I'm gonna have to hear someone say it first. Yeah, he's fine now, but he's just not in daycare, so my morning streams have been put on hold a little bit. At least for the past couple of weeks, and next week as well. Week after that, I'm probably going to sit through Final Fantasy IV and just play through it until I finish the game, because I really want to finish it before the patch. I have like a month and a half. I know I have enough time, but I want to see it. One of my favorites. I put a lot of time into it, and I'm doing well. Thank you. I woke up just now. Well, good morning in that case. The first Alliance raid was a lot more popular than we had anticipated. So difficult to pronounce. See, Yoshi agrees. No one's gonna know how to pronounce this. Like, who's the person who's coming up with these names? Probably the same person who named Rogadins in Limsa Laminsa. On a Friday afternoon when they had to go home and they had to think of a name real fast before they go. What is this backpack thingy? Is that a new glam piece? Is that a new... What is that? Is that an accessory? What in the blazes is that? I need it. I don't know what it is, but I need that. What? Is he carrying a slot machine on his back? An old phone? Yeah, to me it looks like that little... What's the name of the clock from the castle from Beauty and the Beast? The little fat clock guy. I love that guy. What's his name? I forgot. I think it's the Gleaner outfit from Charlene. Like, oh yeah, the Gleaners did have like a lot of backpacks, but I don't think I've ever seen this one. This looks so good. I wonder if that's the new glam piece. That would be so awesome. Cogsworth. See, I don't know the English word. I know how to say it in my language, but like I never learned the English one. Thank you. Also, Dean Walsh, welcome and good morning or good day. I hope you're well. Oh, that's pretty. What is that? Is that from the raid? Oh, that looks so nice. That looks so nice. That looks kind of like where I live, minus the tree in the air. We don't got those. Well, at least out of the city. I mean, I'm in the city, but this is the outside of the city, I suppose. Okay, so Yoshi says, we are about to start the balancing of this with our 24 testers. I knew people were going to comment Laputa seeing this. Oh, Windows XP background vibes. That's true. That's so true. Imagine if they just dyed it green. That is totally a Windows XP background. Okay, I highly doubt this, but do I have anyone in the chat who doesn't get that reference? Anyone too young? Too lucky to have, you know, their whole life in front of them? That is a total XP background. I love how he says, please look forward to it. Like, even translated, that sounds so kind. It is the best Windows. Honestly, for the longest time when I switched to... What was after Windows XP? Was it Windows 7? I remember being so attached to Windows XP that I downloaded these mods that I had for like the next year that basically turned my Windows, I think it was 7 or whatever, they basically masked my, like, the appearance of my entire system to look like Windows XP. But that made it so much slower, so I had to get rid of it. Ultimate Duty number 5. Secret. Oh, there's a new ultimate! Holy! They've been really going hard with these. Yo, ultimate players are eating so well in Endwalker. Vista, was it Vista? Yeah, it was Vista actually, you're right. I remember booting up Windows XP when I was younger, right? I love how my chat has the same energy as my nostalgia. Love it. Designing these is very difficult, so we couldn't say so much before. Too much before. 2 weeks after 6.3 as always.
どんどん来るんですけどね。
I'm glad that they're working on Ultimate, even though it's not really my type of content. I've personally never gone into an Ultimate. I'm still struggling to find a good reason. It's still good that they're giving something for players to progress through long term. It keeps the community involved. I enjoy watching them. I'm just not brave enough.
未来線に生きてるから
Cape Westwind Ultimate. That's hilarious.
絶対いるレベルだ。絶モルディオンゲームね。
手強いですよ。
まず笑ってギミックミスるところが絶強に。
They're having their laugh looking at the comments. See, I wish I could understand the comments. The comments are... I know that they speak Japanese and then people will speak Japanese back to them. And all of these lucky people who can understand what they're talking, that's all great. That's all great, but I'm gonna go back to Discord where the rest of us feel heard. Ultimates are fun, definitely a lot of time. You should try it sometimes. Yeah, mostly I don't commit to it because of time management, because I have a toddler and I do like basically content creation full time, and it's just very hard to put all of that into my schedule, because if I was to do Ultimate, I would fully commit to it and then my content would be just that. But then with my time management, it just wouldn't be enough content, and since that is what I do, it's just very hard to do it when it's not just like a hobby. It's like sometimes you choose like quantity of activities over the difficulty of activities, just because there's just no time for everything. I hope that someday I will have more time. I would love to try it and drive myself mad a little bit and then give up. That would be fun. Tataru Ultimate. How many clones would she have to make? I can probably tell you what is going to be in part 2, and if it's okay for me to zone in, I will. Viewers will also be excited following the race. Wait, race? Is that a hint for female Hrothgars? What? Could it be? Yeah, what is this? Imagine a female Hrothgar just kind of dropping in at the center of this circle, being like, here it is! You can all be Katos now! Can't even imagine. Expected though, all or nothing, Tataru Ultimate would kick our butts. It would! You can imagine the mechanics of them just like, of her just like throwing deadly coins at everyone. And should it not kill you and you are lucky enough to catch it, then she comes to you, kicks your ass, and empties your pockets and takes it back. Looking at this screenshot, it plays a certain background music in my head. Wait, what are they referring to? Deep Dungeon! Number 3? Really? I did not know about this. Is this the reveal of it? Or... I feel like I've been living under a rock. Is this really the... Oh, they're referring to the world first race. I see. By the way, I think I'm seeing a lot of new faces in the chat, and I just kind of wanted to say welcome again, and I'm glad that I'm getting to talk to many more of you who are new, and in case you just bump into here from, like, I don't know, from your YouTube algorithm or whatever, this is where I do my Final Fantasy XIV content, and yeah, you're welcome to sub if you're into that. But I also stream on Twitch. I multi-stream, so whichever chat feels good for you. I stream on Momsden here on YouTube and on Twitch, so you can choose whichever one you feel like participating in. I see both, so don't worry about that. Is it gonna be Allegan Deep Dungeon? Eureka Orthos. Players must first complete... Oh my god. I need to do this. Players must first complete main scenario quest Endwalker and progress to floor 50 of the Palace of the Dead. Did you know that I still haven't done that?
このディープダンジョンシリーズって遊び方が通常と全然違うので、
I don't even have like Heaven on High unlocked or anything. I should just be doing that on stream. Why don't I do that?
死者の宮殿50
I
回まで
should.
はやっといてくださいねという感じですので、
There are
最近始めた方でですね、
pre-requirements to enter this. We took a break from Deep Dungeon and Shadowbringers, but many more players than we expected gave us feedback that they missed it, so we're back with another Deep Dungeon in 6.35. I'm gonna have to do Palace of the Dead to at least unlock it.
そうなんですよ。
I have to finish Endwalker 6.2 MSQ and clear Palace of the Dead floor 50 in order to get this. Okay.
ね、
Yoshi says, I view Palace of the Dead as a tutorial for the game mode. I see, I see. Okay, so we know what we're gonna be doing on stream from now on. Floor 50 is short to get to, should be a bit of fun on the side. I see, this is one of those things that I keep promising to myself that I'll do, but it's never the right time. Do you have these things in 14 that like you just really want to do, but sometimes it's just like, it's just hard to like wake up in the morning and say, this is what I'm doing today, but instead we just kind of like stand in Limsa, like looking through all of our undone achievements and being like showered with a sense of dread over not being able to decide what to do. Am I the only one? Still grinding Necromancer in Palace. Nice, good luck! I hope you get it. It's like, sometimes I just stand there and I waste a ton of time just thinking about all these things that I could be doing. But it's so hard for me to start something. I'm very passionate when I start something. I put my best effort into it and I finish it. But man, starting to commit to something is just always so difficult. What is a deep dungeon? A dungeon whose architecture changes each time players enter to explore. Do you know what would be a good announcement? If they announced the continuation of those starting series for the new players that they did on YouTube. Imagine if we got more of that. That was so fun to watch. I still haven't touched Island Sanctuary, but I'm at Linsa looking at all the cute warriors of lights. I know, same. I did do my Island Sanctuaries, but there are so many of these things that I can't even... I don't even want to talk about on stream because they make me feel uncomfortable and community laughs at me. Do you know that I still haven't gotten all the flying in Endwalker? I'm yet to fly on the moon. I got all the rest of them, and then there's something weird that just clicked in my mind that said we're gonna do all of the other side content now, and for a year now, I haven't stepped foot onto the moon to get flying there. And I discovered that. See, I forgot about it. I thought I had flying. I discovered that when I went back to do the Hildebrand quest. And I wanted to fly. I just kind of jumped feebly, and I realized that I don't have flying. I need to go and get that. It's getting really embarrassing, and it appears that Endwalker is going to continue there. Not Endwalker, but Hildebrand quest, and I do not wanna face not having flying there. Players begin at a designated level and gain experience as they progress towards the deepest floor. Deep dungeon-specific arms and gear are enhanced by play. Entry available for groups 1 to 4. No rule restrictions. Difficulty unaffected by party size. Great. Alex, hello and welcome. How are you doing? I'm a new player and started like a month ago. I actually love the game. I'm glad to hear that. Speaking of those starter tutorials, have you checked them out? On Final Fantasy XIV YouTube, you can find like a series of really cute videos. They were made just recently, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, or maybe more, but they're quite new, where they like discuss these basic mechanics and such. It's actually very wholesome to watch. I don't know if you've seen them. It was me with Hinterlands. I didn't unlock flying Endwalker. I'm just glad that I'm not the only one with these issues. Thank you. It's so embarrassing. He's not saying anything that isn't on the PowerPoint, so no worries. Okay. We saw someone who recently completed the solo runs on every job. Oh, I think I saw that on Reddit. That's very impressive. That was for the Palace of the Dead, right? Since you can level your all jobs in this deep dungeon, you will have to be 81 plus to enter. Yes! Yes, do you know what that means? That means that I can take my remaining 6 jobs, not 6 jobs, 6 jobs through Boja, and I can stop there. And that's gonna be my content. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. There's no reason for me to get to 90 anymore until 6.35. Yes! I have more time to do other things! Amazing! Duty support for Heavensward? Oh, cool! Oh, so they're really expanding on this. Okay, so Yoshi says most rules and game modes mechanics will be the same as Deep Dungeons, you know, but of course there's new stuff which I hope to be able to show you during our next live letter. Okay, Duty Sport is added for the Great Global Library, the Electrochemical Research Facility, the Anti-Tower. Oh, so now you can be alone with the creepy dolls. That's lovely. Sorkai, Zalfatal, and Belsar's Wall. Okay, that's good. Anti-Tower is just going to be another level of spooky. I wonder if there's like in-game dialogue that's added to those things when you're alone from like the rest of your party. We'll cover the rest of the Heavensward dungeons for duty support. Honestly, these are all such good decisions. It's like these live letters always make you feel good. You just kind of, I don't know, you look at them and you realize that your money is like going in the right direction. It's very satisfying. And even if some of it goes into Yoshi's budget for his rings, that's totally fine. He's earned it.
そうそうそうそう。ほら、アルテマウェポンの後もさ、ちゃんとね、見合う形に調整されてたじゃないですか。なので、その後なので。
The Electrochemical Research Facility is getting a bit of a redesign. Oh, I actually did notice that a lot of these older dungeons have like either well, not new bosses necessarily, but like different mechanics, different layouts of these like last few like pieces of the dungeon. They've done that quite a bit. Like, I don't know what the reasons were for all of them, but they feel fresh. So if you haven't been doing your leveling roulettes lately, and you bump into a new dungeon, no, you're not crazy. They actually did change stuff. The third boss, we're not changing history. Okay, so they're not changing what the dungeon is, just a little bit of a... Well, like they did before, like with the game mechanics and stuff. It is neat, it is neat. And honestly, I didn't even notice it as much with some dungeons, because I started playing in like Shadowbringers, and I leveled my first job, and until I really started leveling all of the rest of them, I didn't even remember these dungeons for what they were. But then I started thinking that some dungeons did feel different, but I didn't want to say anything because maybe I don't remember them too well. But then, as I was going through them, then people in the chat started questioning whether they were crazy or not. So again, I was validated. They're very satisfying now. Job adjustments. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so about the deep dungeons, they also said... Let me check this out. Most rules and game mode mechanics will be the same as the deep dungeons you know, but of course there's new stuff which I hope to be able to show you during our next live letter. We will cover the rest of the Heavensward dungeons for duty support. Okay, there will be job adjustments, more details during the next live letter. There are no plans currently for big changes, okay? Actually, oh! Paladin rotation will change a lot. What are you doing? What have you done? It will fully change. What are they doing to me? What are they doing to me?
今ちょうどそれの検証をやってちゃんと快適にプレイできるかっていうところを見てる状態なので、もうちょっとお時間をください。次回ね、ナイトに関してはちゃんとお話しします。
Yo, this better be good news. Because we're next in line.
一応調整は入りますが、なんか極端に何か
We are next in line for the good stuff. We are testing the changes currently, and I will be showing more detail about Paladin during the next live letter. Yo, that fills me with such anxiety. Have you ever been in trouble with your parents? To the point that you receive like a text message or something, like you're not immediately in their surroundings, but they send you a text or, I don't know, call you or your friend's house where you're currently at on the phone or whatever, or they see you and you're in public area, but they can't talk to you right now, and then they say something like, we'll talk later, or we'll talk when we get home or whatever. And then you have this uncomfortable just sense of dread and desperation as you're waiting for that moment to happen. This is exactly how that's making me feel right now. It's like, why would you even bring it up? that you wanna talk to me about this. It's like, I'm gonna spend what, a month thinking about this now, playing my paladin with this apocalyptic feeling of nothing ever even mattering anymore. What? Why? We have content updates for PvP. Okay, so they say PvP updates, adjustments for PvP actions, PvP Series 3 begins. I have to open this because I haven't read it. Season 5 of Crystalline Conflict, a new arena for Crystalline Conflict. Nice. Okay. That fills me with joy. Oh, that's the new sage! That is so cute! I wonder if the inspiration from this came from the new MSQ thing, because they showed us well, hints that there's gonna be Kugane involved. So I'm wondering if that made them like go back and actually throw this in now. That is beautiful. Holy. I literally just got up in my bed and I'm like, oh no. Well, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean bad news, because I don't see them destroying Paladin. If anything, I think we are overdue for, you know, for buffs that would make us on par with warriors. But at the same time, I don't know. I'm a creature of habit, and even if things are like changing for the better, I like it when I get used to something and it remains like that forever. Do you remember this guy? Is this... Wait, is this the guy from... What? Is that the gold saucer person from the arena that announces the boss thing that throws the green sticks at you? Is that him? Or have I got it wrong? No, I didn't play FF4, so I have no idea what's going on. Wait, 4? Does it... Wait, what? I'm confused now. Or do you mean 14? Just think of Summoner and kind of like... Act. No, I mean, I haven't played 4 at all, if that's what you're referring to, and I'm only just now going through the story with hopes that I will understand the next patch, because I need to stop being surprised. Even though it's lovely to be surprised, I also want to feel that aha, you know, like when you see something that's already familiar to you. I crave that, and that's why I'm gonna play through 4, if it's the last thing I do. Is this the guy from the gold saucer? Or no?
そのマップの時だけランクマ回すみたいなのが。
I should think of Summoner and I'm kind of like... James! Hello and welcome. I wish I could take credits for translations, but translations are a massive courtesy of Iluna and Miuna, who are translating this in Final Fantasy XIV Discord. I'm literally just reading their posts, but happy to have you around. Welcome. New Summer is very pretty and thematic with mechanics as I see. Oh, 14, I see. This is the live letter. So basically it's like their thing. Before every patch, they sit down and they talk about what's going to be happening in the next patch. It's actually a really wonderful community thing, and it really brings people together and hypes things up. I love live letters. So it's at first sight, if you don't play 14, this looks like a little bit of a tedious thing, but it's actually very satisfying. If you're in the game, it's so comforting to like know what's ahead of you, even when like there's like a little bit of a lull in the expansion and the content. It just feels good to have something to look forward to. They do a very good job at that. I think that's guy from Stormbound Hildy, or it was Blue Mage, I don't remember. I don't know because I haven't done the Blue Mage quest. I thought that was the boss from the Gold Saucer. Not the boss, but the guy who announces the boss. The MC at the arena from the boss who throws sticks at you and you have to avoid them. I'm gonna have to go and check it out. New PvP map is definitely in Kugana Castle. That's really cool. It is. It looks so good. Look at that. I'm so excited. Huh? Cloud9 isn't that popular as a stage, so we will... Wait, what? Cloud9 isn't that popular as a stage, so we will adjust... Oh, yeah, because it's annoying as hell. We will adjust the map rotation in a way that will appear less. Okay, I'm happy about that. It's like a really scummy lure from Kugane. Oh, the one that appeared in Hildebrand during the questing. Was that the one? I think I remember someone like that, but I can't remember where exactly I quested through that. So first half of the live letter is done. We already talked for 15 minutes. There's still a lot left for the second half. Gatherers and crafters, and they're gonna do a 10-minute break, and during the break they will show the PV for the album. They started streaming today and a video of PAX Australia. Honestly, that's gonna be so nice. I have not been looking into anything that's happened in PAX Australia, mostly because of jealousy. Because I've never been to a 14 event. But I think I have to finally deal with my sense of dread and fear of missing out, and I have to know what happened there. Yeah, I also forgot where I meet him. They didn't even say it. They just said, guess it. Maybe they said it in a chat. Let me see. Sastasha Ultimate. What? Red Chocobo Ultimate. What are this was when they were guessing the Ultimate. Vothri Ultimate. Cape Westwind Ultimate. Oh, these are actually fun. Viera's Head Ultimate. What? Shinju Ultimate. What? Oh, this is when the community was guessing which ultimates we're gonna get. Oh, this is like the Lofi, like the Lofi cover thing that they got going on. That's actually pretty cool. Do you know how expensive these things are to order? Like, I wanted one for the start of my stream, but they cost like $200. And it takes like almost like, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks for someone to make it for you. They look very good, but they're such a huge investment. Vera Headgear Ultimate. Like, I wish I was half as witty as some of the Twitch chat and the community. It's like Final Fantasy XIV people make the best jokes, I swear. Oh, these shirts are so nice, though. I need to get the Zodiac mount. I started farming it, but that fight was just a little too much. It just was basically killing me every time. Well, not killing me. I was farming it, but I never got the mount, and it just became so tedious. I don't really like Zodiac. Is there anyone in the chat who likes Zodiac? Speaking of events, by the way, I'm really planning on going to the next Final Fantasy XIV Fest, which is in London for me next year in October. And I really hope my life works out and things work out so that I can actually show up there. The biggest issue, I guess, with going is the visa, which is not as much of an issue as it is a thing to do and pay for. That's the only thing. Did you know that like visa applications, just to submit them, it costs like £100, which would be like, is that like $120 or so? Just so that you can submit your documents. It's terribly expensive. Like, the music with the fight is tedious. It is, and I never really got around to learn it because whenever I was going to farm it, there would always be someone who knows the fight really well, and I would just be on autopilot. I'm just, honestly, I'm just outright admitting it. I've never actually fully learned the fight. Like, I did learn, like, which side of the, what was it, the behemoth or whatever I'm supposed to stand on and whatnot, but when it comes to, what was it? What was the mechanic that I never really paid attention to? Was it that turning around of the platform or whatever? I don't know. Yeah, Zodiac's design is amazing, but I think, honestly, I think that they should have planned it with mind that some people are going to go to Zodiac 100 times. Like, that's probably the only negative thing that I have to say about the Endwalker trials. I think that Hydaelyn and Zodiac and Barbaricha, sorry, like, I don't think that they are designed in a way that people want to do that fight 100 times. I think it's just a little bit too much. I did farm 100. Oh yeah, I forgot about Endsinger as well. Like, they are, Endsinger is actually not that long. Endsinger is actually not that bad in comparison. I wish I had spent more time farming Endsinger because I haven't gotten any of the mounts, but there was just always something else to do. I have this idea that once 6.5 is over, or 6.55 or whatever it is, I have this idea that I'm gonna have this short period of time before the next expansion when people are finally going to start coming back to the game and will be wanting to farm these things, that there's gonna be a lot more groups and a lot more people who want to do them. Because there were a few times that I tried to make a group for, like, I don't know, Hydaelyn or whatever, but like, even, like, no one logs into Final Fantasy XIV anymore with the open mind and the thought, if someone wants to make a Hydaelyn or Zodiac group right now, I would be totally down for farming it, you know? It's like, you would think that people who have the freedom and the time to log in and do something in the game, you would think that that would be something that people want to do, but normally people just don't want to do it. I will have time, right? I always say that to myself, but no, honestly, I will have time. I will have to have time, and also hopefully they will by that time increase the drop rates for the mounts for all of the Endwalker mounts, so I will not suffer as hard, and I will just do all of the fights once, and I will roll into a mount instantly, and all will be well. Hi, Victor, welcome back. How are you doing? You've missed out on the first part of the live letter, which was nice. They went through pretty much all of the stuff that that concerns the new, like, MSQ content and dungeons, PvP updates, a little bit of job adjustments, new deep dungeon. What else was there? What else was there? New Ultimate, new Windows XP background, new Alliance raid, new dungeon, new MSQ, new tribal quest for crafters, new mandible weapons and 6.35, new slime ball quests, and that is pretty much it. Yes, there's gonna be new ultimate. That's the recap. How are you? Welcome back. What's up? At this point, it's me saying that I have time to farm Shadowbringer's extreme mounts. I haven't done them. I haven't done them either, and I'm just waiting for the day that I will log in and I will open Party Finder and someone will actually have the group set up and it will not be me, because every time I set up my own group, nobody wants to join them. It's like they know I don't know these fights. It's very sad, sis. Yeah, there's gonna be a new ultimate. Ultimate players eating really, really well in Endwalker. Okay, need to go to the bathroom. I will be right back. And have those lovely tunes to enjoy. I'm actually not sure if those are my tunes. Is this from my game, or is it from... Or is it from the... Is it from... No, I don't think it's theirs. This is actually the in-game music. Enjoy. I'll be right back. And my coffee's gone, so I need something else.
はい、戻ってまいりました。
はい、戻りました。
第74回ファイナルファンタジー4プロデュースされたライブをお送りしております。
はい、よろしくお願いします。よろしくお願いします。はい、しっかり休憩できましたかね。
できたはずですよ。
はい、よかったよかった。
ということで本日は、パッチ 6.3 実装コンテンツ特集パート1ということで、前半戦いろいろバトルコンテンツとかもろもろお伝えしてまいりましたが、後半戦も続きを。
休憩できなかった。
Oh, I'm missing out. I'm missing out. What am I missing out? What? It started already?
服変わった。
What?
服変わった。
皆さんなかなか。
And we're back. Did you manage to relax a bit? Okay, it appears that I am right on time. FOMO runs strong.
最近中国でこれ中国の運営チームが。
I have the Hades mount. It's one of my favorite fights ever. I never really got around to do the Shadowbringers because if you remember, like when I was actually going through Shadowbringers, I just had no time for side content whatsoever. I was just in a massive, massive hurry to get to. Oh, that's not a paladin jacket. No way, they have a new one. Oh, what? That is gorgeous.
で、裏返すと前半戦で着てた白になったら。
Oh, what? That's what? That is gorgeous. Why are these things so pretty? If you turn it around, it's what we had in the first half. Wow! Holy! I don't think I can even order these things from around here. Also, delays, Yace, welcome back. I hope you're having a great day. Yo, I don't think they would even deliver it to my godforsaken land. I wish, yeah, of course. I wish we could sell this globally. Sorry for flexing. Something only I can wear. Honestly, he's earned it. He has fully earned it. Crafting and gathering updates. Okay, here we go. Reasons to level gatherers and crafters. Give them to me right now. Tool enhancement quests. Can anyone tell me what exactly they are? Is that like a... Is that like a crafter relic quest? Or no? Yeah, I don't think I'll ever get the merch unless I actually show up at the fan fest with budget for it, which I doubt. I knew you all had forgotten about this. Sky Steel Hell is back. What is the Sky Steel Hell? What are they referring to? What? What is this? Okay, I need some crafters and gatherers to fill me in because I don't know this content. I have some of mine leveled, but I never really got around to actively play. And who is this? Geralt with hair. Dude, what? There's a story to these quests. I brought one screenshot. Oh, that is a hell of a screenshot. What are the... Is that honestly the relics? So crafters have their own relic weapons? Seems like I actually have leveling to do. Well, I honestly really like these updates because not just as a content creator but also as a player, they really help me focus on like the next bit that I want to work on before the next patch. So now I know that I want to get my jobs to what, to 80 or to 70, and then put them into Borgia, finish Borgia, and get them to 80 so that they could do the new Palace of the Dead thing and level to 90, so I don't have to get them all to 90. I want to have my crafters level. It's like, they really help me focus on my goals, and it feels good. When did he have hair? I thought that, honestly, I don't know the story. I have no clue what that is. I just assumed that it was somehow his twin-ish. Does he have a brother, or is that actually him? It says that this is Geralt from the... Yeah, from the first. That's kind of what I assumed, that it was either the twin or him from, like, a different universe. Why are all these tool and weapon makers not wearing clothes? So that I would do those quests. That's why. Please look forward to it. Oh, I will. I'm sure none of you can guess who the next custom delivery will be. Custom deliveries are always the type of content where you get to dress them at the end, aren't they? So we're to go to Norvend. I think he is in Crystarium, from the little that we see. I'd guess so. Those are fun to level, kind of like, because I finished everything in early 6.1. To me, it's a journey that I'm honestly taking a little bit of break from because it's been overwhelming. I have 6 jobs left to level to 90, and one of them is at like 75, 76. So I'm getting around to do it, but honestly lately it's been taking ages because I'm just kind of burnt out from that type of content, and I'm just looking to, I don't know, level my crafters and gatherers a little bit and do the crafters and gatherers role quests from Crystarium. That's kind of one of my mini goals right now. Whoa, what is that? What are you? What? Hello! What are you? Is that a mount? That cannot possibly be the mount, can it? Is that a minion? I think I heard minion. Or maybe I just want to hear minion. What are you? What? Yeah, do you know what would be cool? What I really think they should do is they should make furniture items that move around. Imagine if you had this little guy just walking around your yard, and he can't escape outside or anything, but he just like moves across your yard as a walking bush that you know is probably someone who got turned into a bush because the fairies were in a bad mood. That would be fun. I would know how to appreciate the humor in that. He's in the Tempest during MSQ, so yeah, sounds like he's gonna be doing some questing stuff in Norman's. That would be nice. I really like going there. Really have to start level crafters. Yeah, me too. This is squishy leaf, man. He's so huggable. The whole Lala discussion was about the pronunciation of the last boss of the Dead Ends dungeon, Rala. How Yoshi saw a comment on Twitter where someone said they'd never be able to be friends with Yoshi simply based on his pronunciation. Then they learned that they do actually have different ways of pronouncing it, even in the dev team. Oh, I see. So that's where the conflict starts. Okay, so it says collectability values will be displayed for reference when gathering collectible items. Okay. I've only just started getting into this. I understand that somewhat. And it sounds like a good change. Primary fishing locations, preferred bait, and additional conditions will be added to Fish Guide. Haven't been fishing yet. New spearfishing location will be added to Upper Lanasha. Did you know that it's pronounced Lanasha? This is for 6.3. This is for 6.3, and whenever there's something for 6.35, they like put it in the little... Is it called parenthesis in English? The brackets or whatever, and I read those as well. Spearfishing in a realm reborn area. Wait, what? Oh, that's what I just read. My brain just didn't process the information. Weren't they in Stormblood only? And isn't that a mini game instead of a fishing technique now? Or is that about to be a minigame? I'm not sure if that update happened yet. Headed a spot in a realm reborn area where you can dive. Okay. Lanasha. Lanasha. That's actually the correct pronunciation. I learned that way too late. Way too late. After the entire MSQ. The entire realm reborn. And Heavensward and Stormblood and Shadowbringers and Endwalker. I don't want to praise my own team too much, which he should, but without me even saying anything, our dev team keeps wanting to introduce new stuff to old areas, and I really like that. That's actually amazing. I used to say Lanoskia. That was my pronunciation through the entirety of MSQ. So, people who know the correct pronunciation were probably eye-rolling so hard they saw their spine every time. I didn't know. That's so pretty though. What is this? What are these screenshots from? I say Lanasha. Lanasha. That sounds right. Yeah, I think that's it. Honestly, do you know when people finally told me what the correct pronunciation is? I should show it to you. Is when I was doing my Final Fantasy cooking streams, and let me see if I can find this part. Excuse me, I will continue to read. But what I'm looking for is my book, the Final Fantasy 14 cookbook, and I think it's somewhere around here, because my toddler likes to read it, funnily enough. And it's actually in his coloring books, which is atrocious. But here we are. So what they have in the cookbook is actually something that's really neat. Just a little bit of a side thing. Okay, so what they have is, where is it? This is how I found out how to pronounce it. They have like these zones and location details like for each type of food, and here it says Lanasha, and every time I would prepare a meal that is from Lanasha, I was told that it wasn't Lanostia because that's what I used to say. And that's how I found out. If I hadn't had my cooking streams, that probably would have never happened. It's such a great book though. What is this? Is this what is this? Updates to your island? No! What? We plan to make bigger updates every 2 patches, so this is going to be a minor one still. Please take your time, don't rush it. Don't be the flower-smelling champions, you mean? Okay, what new animals will be showing up? This one might destroy the environment. Holy, wait, are these actually capturable? Or, well, they kind of look like monsters, don't they? At least a little bit. Visual update into the areas. Oh, I see. Like, there's actually a freaking griffin in the island sanctuary? Are these capturable? I doubt it. What? They're asking if it's a turf war that they're planning. Honestly, I don't know if I would like it if they introduced any sort of like real combat system into islands. I don't think they should. So Yoshi says, "Oh no, maybe it destroys everything you built if you leave it alone for too long." Do not say that. Please do not say that. Don't worry, Chad, I had the same reaction when I saw this for the first time. What is this little guy? This has to be capturable. This has to be capturable. They say this is not a minion. So we can just catch it. I wonder why they haven't implemented Island for subscribers even if they are in a Realm Reborn. I think it's because of the way they introduced it in the story. Now, I'm not gonna say anything because it will be a spoiler, and I don't think that I think that it could have been presented in a little bit of a different way, maybe. But their whole idea, like without any spoilers or anything, the whole premise of the story that they have is providing a warrior of light with a place to rest after what happens, without like any story details or anything like that. That's pretty much I think that was the idea behind the island, because that's kind of how the story around it goes. If you leave this one alone, it will probably multiply the next time you visit your islands. Why has Yoshi made it his purpose to like scare me into being on my island at all times and control everything like I normally do? So many additions that just destroy the beautiful environment, kind of a playground. Yoshi, are you sure about this? So they say Island Sanctuary updates, new sanctuary ranks and visions, new item rewards, new materials, crops, animals, and Isleworks handicrafts, and new structures. This structure actually looks really cool. I think this is really neat. And yes, Holo is also right. The islands are also in the area of the map that is Endwalker related. I'm not saying they couldn't have put the islands next to Limsa and call it a day and just put it in a story like that. So I guess they chose to make it an actual sanctuary, like a retirement zone of a sort, because of the story. I'm not saying it was impossible, but for some reason they chose to tell a story about it like this. Because you know that like sometimes like when they do things, they want to have like a lore reason behind it and whatnot. We're developing a lot more for 6.4, like the placement of garden furniture, as I mentioned before. Nice! Improved workshop interfaces, agenda supply and demand earnings report. Yes! Option to collect all available yields and leaving is at once. Animals under care will also be eligible for release upon a new animal capture. Yes! Yes, that is so important! And this kind of looks a little bit like a... There's, I think there's like a little cart. Is that a cart? No, this is like the staircase. This is like a, I think it's like a, it looks like a playground for animals or something, or maybe for the mammoths. You'll get notified when there's another player on your island. Okay. Island secretary updates, ability to save or Castrion settings. Okay, island visitors will now hear the Isle Keeps or Castrion. Notifications when visitors arrive at your island. Nice. Okay. I was thinking maybe when we do the next glam contest, I wanted to host them on my island, but I didn't feel like it was fully ready. But now with like the updates and everything, I can customize it a little bit more. I'd like to invite you. That'd be fun.
さあ、というわけで、無人島改革もアップデートしていきますし、引き続きパッチ 6.4 でもいろいろ大きなアップデート予定しておりますので、引き続きガンガンアップデートしていきます。はい、ありがとうございます。
This is just that. Structures. Okay, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, I don't think so. Oh, treasure hunt updates. Wait, are they doing a new zone? Yo, 6.3 seems massive, doesn't it? Like I didn't think it was gonna be this big. And this is only part 1 of the live letter. Or minor content updates. Yo, treasure hunts are pretty important. A lot more updates to Island in 6.4. I see. That'd be fun, but I'm in Crystal. Crystal is... oh... Crystal is what? That's NA, isn't it? Yeah, I'm on Light. Ew. I wish cross travel between NA and EU was possible. Like I understand the technical obstacles behind it somewhat at least, but it's still, I don't know, like still feels bad. I'd like to see so many people who are on NA. It feels like there's more people on NA than EU. Well, I would like to see at least. Like most people from the EU I already can see, and I have seen because it's possible, so I do crave my NA community. Treasure hunt update, new treasure dungeon, the shifting gymnasium Agonon. Okay, portal accessible via a new epicentric treasure map. Nice! Oh, that'll be fun to do. New treasure dungeon, only maps and Elpis will have the chance of opening a portal to this one. I see. More details about this in the next live letter. Okay. Cold saucer update. New course added for Leap of Faith. Yes! 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 The real stuff. The real important stuff. By the way, if you're not in our Discord, you can find a link here in YouTube description or wherever. There's plenty of players from NA as well, and I recently reworked my Discord, so there's like I made a sub channel for my for everyone to find like friends to play with and whatnot. So if you're not there, yeah, feel free to pop in. We have plenty of people from both NA and EU, and I like it when people just like connect and find someone to play with. It's exciting. New jumping puzzle staging, gold saucer. Ah! Gotta get some shut eye. It's like 2 AM here. Till then, fare thee well, and you too. Have a great night, and thank you for dropping by today. I hope these updates were satisfying. Something to look forward to, definitely. Housing update, additional wards for all residential areas, and I hope a lot less of them will be for the FC houses that are already unpopulated and more for private owners that actually can't get the house. 6 regular wards plus 6 subdivisions. 1,800 new plots per world. Okay, so they're making it more accessible. Great. Yoshi introduced this as some sudden updates to housing. Planned, what is this? Planned for sale by lottery, I see. Details regarding FC versus private lot distribution will be announced at a later date. Yeah, after everyone complains about them there being too many of the FC plots that no one wants to live in. More housing plots or lottery. Honestly, I don't know. There's something about the lottery system that's been so demotivating for me to even try and participate in. I'm not a huge fan of lotteries, so even like when I had the money and when there was an opportunity to participate in it, I would always, I don't know, it's not a wise decision, but like I would always choose to like spend it on something else at that moment rather than just like submit it for lottery. It always just kind of felt bad because I don't know, I don't have a lot of faith in me winning anything like that. I do have my FC house, RFC house, and that feels good. More housing costs, so lottery. Okay, we said that, and okay. Is it just me? Or this art? This new art is a little dirty. The way she's just like, I know she's like doing her like lookout pose or something like that, but come on, like someone had to draw this. Are you serious? You know, with the lifted tail and everything. UI improvements, icons for damage type will now display in the battle log and flying text, 3 types, physical, magic, and unique. Okay. Okay. I'm actually surprised that they're only just now doing that after all this time. Just the way the game keep entering, you'll get one eventually. Honestly, like I just haven't been too motivated, I guess, because I'm very happy with our FC house, and that's where I spend my time mostly whenever I'm in the house. I think even having my own house would feel greedy because there's so many people wanting to get one, and it would feel lonely, I guess. So don't think about the art. It's right there! It's literally right here, like look at it. And luckily, this person here, like I don't know if it's a dude, it looks like a dude, but like he's reading a map, he's standing and like going like this, but like we all know that like when you go like this, you can also go like this and like see what's behind it. It's very we can't be tricked. We know what this is. Like that's on purpose. That is totally on purpose. Since this is getting introduced for every past attack or instance of damage as well, there might be some mistakes. Sorry for those, and please be understanding. That's totally fine. Cat girl appreciator. That's what he is, right? But like the way she lifted her tail, I mean, come on. Like someone had to draw this armor. Like that, this wouldn't be such a short ass skirt for no reason. Like this is a very well thought of pose. There's always something in these art pieces that eventually finds its way on Reddit for people to comment on it. That's how they, I think that's how they hype the patch up. It's literally right there, look. Who in their right mind would just be standing like the way she's standing? I can't even do this. Like, my body wouldn't even do this. Like, I don't know how her body is doing this. Probably because she's a cat and I'm not. But like, she's like leaning forward almost fully with like her whole torso. That's what it is. UI improvements, ability to display remaining time for buffs and debuffs in the party. Like, thank goodness. They are making this game better and better and better day after day, patch after patch. This is actually incredible. Remaining buff timers will show in the party list now. This is so good. Yeah, maybe she's the one to blame. For sure. What else do we have? Here she says, I don't want to be told we're using third-party tools because the feature is not in the game. So here you go. I love how rightful good he is. Yes, timers and party list.
皆さんもうちょっとなんとかなりませんかっていう気持ちに
The comments, what happened to the bottom 3 players? Tank angry. Like Tank? Tank didn't even pick up the ads. Oh gosh. And the dancer is just standing in puddles. Right? So many ball stacks. I think what the community really wants to see is the screenshot of this dungeon where they took this and this particular scenario. It's like, who was that standing in puddles while they were taking screenshots? Miscellaneous updates, UI theme. We're getting the third UI theme? No way. Portraits will now display. I want to see it. No, what? Portraits will now display when using the duty finder. Only party members' portraits will be displayed for 24-person duties. That's cool. Aww, a new UI theme, but I haven't checked it yet, so I can't show it today. Aww, feels bad. That's okay, it's something to look forward to. I wonder what it's gonna be like. We have kind of a gray one, there's yellow and there's blue. I wonder what they'll do. Like, imagine how good a game of a state the game needs to be in for them to be able to just very leisurely update all these things, knowing that their house is not on fire. That's crazy. Where is it? Portraits will now show in different content. Wow! Now there's an actual reason to keep it updated. This is so cool. You know what? This is actually making it a lot easier to like take a look at your party members and to just kind of identify them as you're entering the content, because it literally says like who's, I don't know, who's the ninja or what is the summoner or white mage. Like, more often than not, I will not look at the symbols. I obviously I know that there's a tank and a healer and 2 DPSs in a dungeon, but more often than not, I don't know what's available to us because I don't pay attention to what the actual job is. This way, if it just flashes in front of you, it's actually so good to know what you can rely on. It's so good. It's like these things that you didn't even know you needed, but there we go. It says, oh, okay, this is cool. This red border doesn't show in the dungeon. We will allow to change where to place this, and it's a toggle feature, so you can turn it off. It will not extend your playtime. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Okay, so they just like clearly they just like wanted to like showcase it and zoom it in. For 24-man content, it will only show your own party. This should explain why. Yeah, because imagine having like 3 photos and 2 of them, like 3 sections where there's everyone's photos. It's like a school yearbook. It's like half of these people you don't even care about. You only care about your own class, right? I have to update my plates. Yeah, me too. Honestly, I still haven't even gotten the hang of my plates because every time I think I saved the way I want it to look, every time it changes. I don't think I know how to save it properly so that it shows the same thing everywhere. It was bad. Expansion of available actions. Wait, what? Miscellaneous updates. Expansion of available actions when using fashion accessories. Nice! I love these miscellaneous updates. They're always the most fun ones. That's so good.
周りの人が傘差し始めるわけです。結構面白いと思うんで、そういうことも、やっております。で、続いてはリテーナーの装備を外さずにミラプリ
Ability to cast glamours and dye. No shit. Ability to cast glamours and dye retainer equipment without removing it. We discovered a butt. We discovered a butt when testing the use of actions while using fashion access. Oh, a bug, not a butt. It's like, why would Yoshi say we discovered a butt? I was like, what? We discovered a, I guess, bug. When testing the use of actions while using fashion accessories, not sure if we can fix it until 6.3. Okay, you can, that's fine, you can change your retainer glams without unequipping the gear. That's amazing. Okay, they added in the butt thing. I hope they add a hug emote to Wings accessories so they can you can wrap them around someone with you. That's actually a great idea. That gives me such strong Lucifer vibes. Have you seen Lucifer? Like, I'm actually rewatching it right now, which is why I'm probably instantly remembering it. But like, I don't know. I'm just getting like these this like Lucifer and a meta deal, like the big wing energy going like. That would be amazing. Honestly, that would be so good. That's such a good idea.
そうだからリテーナーもやっぱりまあ長い年月かかってはいますけど、通信の新しいね、もともと通信してないというか、そのアイテムのロストとかが怖いから慎重に作ったところに今拡張の手をいろいろ入れたりしてってるので、はい。というわけでこのあたりも継続してやっていきたいなと思ってます。はい。それからですね、総合ショップあると思うんですが、各都市に。
Says ability to filter newly added items at sundry splendors vendors. Oh, okay, I get it. That's good. That's good. So Yoshi says there's one more update to your retainer's inventory management, but it's too difficult to put into text and words, so I will show you during the next live letter. I think people who have a lot of materials stored will be happy about this one. Now you got me curious. Exactly, in Fiesta there was a cleric buff that had the same effect. I always wanted that in other games. I think Final Fantasy XIV has historically been quite good at borrowing these little features from other games and just kind of finding a way to make them work. And I have a lot of faith that over time they will be doing more and more of that. I just wish they could borrow the World of Warcraft, like the transmog system, as in the glam system, where you obtain the glam just by having the item once and being able to get rid of it. after that. But they did say that they tried, and for some reason it didn't work out. And I want to believe, and I still believe, that there's a team working on it and trying to make it happen, but I don't think they're gonna go and say that they're doing it, because then it will just make the community impatient. I like their system, because obviously, like, everything that they're doing right now, this takes time. And these are not changes that they decided to introduce, I don't know, last week or whatever. They've been out for a while. Oh, this is the Tactics Ogre Reborn screenshot sweepstakes on their way. You can if you want to participate, I have a video here on the channel on YouTube about the sweepstakes. If you haven't checked it out yet, you can see it here. I went through all of the rules and everything you need to do to participate, and you have 3 more days. It's until November 14th at 6:59 a.m. PST or 14:59 GMT, or Tuesday, November at 1:59 AEDT. And I went over all the rules and rewards and everything. So if you're interested in that, you can check it out. I just want to check something. Okay, I might be playing. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna play Tactics Ogre today. I believe so. I will let you know today on Vplays and here on the channel. Vplays is my other YouTube channel, by the way. I stream there as well, and that's where I do all my non-Final Fantasy XIV stuff. So RPGs, JRPGs, turn-based strategies, strategy RPGs of any sort or whatever. So you can find Vplays if you are into that as well, and that's where I'll be streaming Tactics Ogre these days, and Valkyrie Elysium. Those are my 2 big projects, and I'll be finishing Harvestella as well. That's my 2-week plan. But I'm looking forward to Tactics Ogre. That's gonna be a lot of fun to stream. So I normally do it during the night. So later today, we'll be doing either Harvestella or Tactics Ogre, I think. I saw a few people said that they bought Tactics Ogre because I mentioned it in our testing stream. Yoshi pushed me. Thank you guys. Honestly, it's such a nice game. They said it's a lot of spaghetti code. I'm hoping they can maybe add it by next expansion. I have no clue. I think they just need a really good spy to come in and and tell them how they did it. I'm not here encouraging corporate espionage. You didn't hear it from me. What is this? Sanctuary's Heart Final Fantasy XIV Chill Arrangement Album. Oh, this is the lo-fi thing that we just saw during the break. The Sanctuary's Heart Final Fantasy XIV Chill Arrangement Album now available digitally. Kick back and relax with these chill arrangements of 20 popular tracks. Oh, nice! This is, I think this is available from today. That's exciting. Brought to you by 8 talented artists, these songs are sure to provide comfort and put your mind at ease after a long day of adventuring. By the way, for anyone who's into these tracks, who buys them, do they sell vinyl in their stores or no? I don't know if you know. I haven't looked into it. But in vinyl, these would be quite lovely, wouldn't they? Release date Friday, November 11th. Price and availability may vary according to retailer or region. Yoshi says this is the music that was playing during the break earlier. Okay, and also Yoshi said comments are asking for blue updates. We will do blue at some point, but please wait a bit more. Some announcements. Yeah, I haven't even started leveling my blue. That's one of those things that I wanna like log into the game and do, but it's never a good time, you know? There's always something going on. Maybe I just need to put my mind to it a little more. I do have, like, I've been trying to practice focusing So I have my little I have my little spreadsheets and like lists of things to do. Where is my okay? I have these are like for many different things that are some of them are quite embarrassing, but this one is like things to do in game. And I have like a list of stuff that I've been wanting to do. So whenever I don't know what to do, I refer to this piece of paper and I decide to get something done. So that's how I arrange my game time. Never do what I do. It causes a lot of stress and fear of missing out all the time. Announcing the 4th set of official line stickers. What are these? What is this? Presenting 14 new line stickers featuring many of the characters that appear on Endwalker. Use them in your daily discussions with your fellow warriors of light. How do these even work? What? Just summon arrangements come in vinyl too. I see. And how expensive is vinyl? Do you know? Like how expensive would be are those soundtracks? I would guess that they're quite pricey. Because they're probably not. They probably don't make as many of them. I'm gonna have to check that out. I don't have anywhere to play vinyl, but honestly, vinyl is quite lovely to have. My grandpa used to collect vinyl. I have a ton of them at home, but I don't have anywhere to play them. Orchestra Concert 2022 Eorzean Symphony. Oh, additional lottery ticket sales for players in Japan. Wait, where is this concert? This is this year, right? We received numerous requests for additional tickets for the concert scheduled for Saturday, December 17th and Sunday, December 18th. Where is this concert? Starting today, we'll be accepting entry submissions for a lottery for additional tickets for our players. Entry submission deadline is Wednesday, November 16th. Further details to be announced on the lodestone. Is this in Japan? I wonder if they're gonna I want to see if they're gonna give some details on the Final Fantasy XIV Fan Fest, because they gave us the date. And I think it's October, I want to say October 21st, 22nd or so. And they scheduled the Japanese Fan Fest for like 2024. Like I think early 2024, which is so far away. I mean, October next year is far away as well, but like just having 2024 as a time frame is, I don't know, it's just kind of wild. This is in Japan, I see. There was a concert recently in London, right? About almost a month ago. It would be so lovely to hear them live. I hope something like this will be present on FanFest. Like I'm going to guess that for sure they're going to have primals there, but I'm not sure about the symphony. Yoshi says, if we imagined any of our songs turning into albums like this 10 years ago, I'm sure we would have been told to shut up, stop dreaming, and get back to work. That is such a humble thing to say, like when you think about it. Because, I don't know, like this is I think this whole time they've had the right mindset and the right attitude when it comes to, what they need to do to build this game properly. And I'm just happy that they remain so humble, because if they hadn't, if they dreamt bigger, maybe none of these things would have happened. Okay, so he says he's talking in detail about the sale of additional tickets. There will be a lodestone post. I see. Show me the FanFest details. Like, I really need to go to the bathroom, but I don't want to miss out on them.
やっぱできないものはできない。はい。どうしてもやっぱ音にこだわった公演を県がやりたいっていうところもそうですし、はい、あれだけの規模の楽団を日本全国ツアーとか無理
I really wish they had anything in Brazil. I would love to go to FanFest and buy the shirts and pins and everything. Yo, I'm just afraid that by the time I get to the FanFest that I will be so financially exhausted that I will just be happy to be there. I don't want to find myself in that position, but I think that's mostly going to be my position next year. Like, I just want to bring my body there, you know, and just exist in the space. I'm not even overly concerned about buying anything because I can't see myself, I don't know, my life completely changing until next year to the point that I am super comfortable with both going and just feeling relaxed in the environment that's trying to rip the money away from me to spend on things that I love. So I think I'm most likely just going to go and feast my eyes upon it. Like, I'm just being honest about it. I will just be very happy, very grateful if I can go. And I should just take the opportunity to just say thank you again, because since I started talking about the fan fest, you guys have really been helping out, and thanks to you, I've been able to start putting money on the side so that I can go. And my expenses are a little bit higher than what they normally should be because of the visa, and that is through no fault of my own or anyone else or you or whatever, but it really means a lot to have this support. So I just kind of want to say thanks, and I really appreciate that. It's been very hard for me to save anything with like the rent increases and just all the bullshit happening lately, but I've been consistently able to just put something on the side and just forget that it exists, so I appreciate it. Yeah, I hope I can go. Like, I want to meet as many people as possible. I've never gotten the opportunity to go and actually hang out with the community and meet other players and such. I think it's gonna be so nice. I want to go watch Primals. I want a Gunbreaker pin. I wonder if they'll be selling them at the FanFest. I hope so. I hope so. I would get myself a Pally pin.
数百ではありますけど、なんとか確保できているので、今回本当にスタッフがいろんなところに頭を使って。
Come on, FanFest info. I'm ready.
数百ではありますけど、なんとかそれぞれの公演に。
Imagine they just end the stream and they tell me nothing.
もう行くぜと。なんとしても当たったら行くぜという方ぜひ。
The Pally jacket is glorious.
ありがたいです。
But like, do you know what the saddest thing about the Pally jacket is? It's so nice and so beautiful, and I would probably have nowhere to wear it because I never go anywhere. Like, I'm just at home. The opportunities for me to go out somewhere are when I take my kid to daycare, or when I go and pick him up from his dad's, or when I go to the store or to pay bills or whatever. It's like I don't even have good opportunities to wear it. Like, I would actually sit, like, if I had that jacket, I would be sitting right here with my jacket with all of the windows open in case it's too warm, and I would be like sweating inside of it, but just wearing it because it's my one opportunity to wear something nice regardless of what it is. It's like even if I wore it somewhere outside, people just wouldn't even like, no one would even know about it. Like, no one would like know what it represents, and it's such a lonely feeling to have awesome merch but no one around you knowing where it's from. FanFest, please. FanFest. 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 No.
数リクエストってところにどう答えていくかっていうのも、まあ我々の次の課題かなとは思ってます。まあ引き続きまずはね今回の公演成功させつつ、そうですね。
No, it appears that they're not going to say anything. Oh, not that I understood them. I'm just like trying to read their facial expressions and come up with rational explanations for them, but I should probably just be relying to Muna.
まあでもほら。 今日がダラガブ落着そうですちょうど10年
Okay, now he has that important face. Now there might be something happening.
新生ファイナルファンタジーの10周年に 突入するので、まあいろんな企画今走ってますんで、またね年が明けたら。
It's like I'm trying, like my brain is just trying so hard to process it. But it's just not happening. Oh, this sounds like a goodbye. Is this a goodbye? No, this is... Oh, he's looking at the clock. Oh, is this a goodbye without any FanFest info? Oh, never mind. He says 10 years ago, 1.0 ended. Next year will be the 10th anniversary of Realm Reborn, and we have a lot planned. Why did he look at this clock? At his hand watch? That is it. Oh, okay. That is it for the live letter today. Very compact today. Well, I'm very happy with it. I did expect some of the info for FanFest at least. I don't know if that's gonna be like a surprise announcement or not. I hope so. And if in case there's anything new, I will update you. I'll see you tonight, by the way. If you're here on Twitch, I'll be live at 9 p.m. Central European time, which is like 1 p.m. Pacific time, I believe. Here on Twitch, but on my other YouTube channel. That's Vplays. If you haven't subbed there yet, make sure to do that. I still don't know what exactly I'll be playing. I want to believe that's going to be Tactics Ogre, but I have to wait for the confirmation. If not, we have Harvestella to work on. And if not Harvestella, there's Valkyrie Elysium, but I think Valkyrie Elysium is going to be next week. I think I'm going to stick to the schedule, and if everything goes well tonight, we will be starting with Tactics Ogre Reborn. So if you want to watch it, make sure to drop by, and if you want to just get an announcement or whatever when I go live with it, you can join the Discord. We have a channel for that, and we have channels for Final Fantasy XIV players as well. Plenty of people from Europe and from NA, and hopefully you can find someone from your server as well and say hi to us. I would really love that. Please, some closing words once your heart feels ready. Aww. Yeah, thank you. I'm just gonna stick around. I want to see what Yoshi has to say, because apparently there's gonna be something. It's like I really want to go to the bathroom, but I don't want to miss out on anything. Even though I don't understand them, it's like I really want to, like, oh, this is the Discord. There we go.
4月上旬にね、しっかりお届けできるように、頑張っていこうと思いますので、まあその途中経過としてね、次回の、第75回
Yoshi says, you often say my schedule is like Tetris, trying to build block on block on block, but it's not. In Tetris, the blocks disappear once you have a line. I think he's getting really emotional, actually. Yeah, thank you for hanging out with me today. This was lovely. Like, aww. That was so nice. I wanna see what the rest of this translation. Oh, never mind. That was it. So basically, the point was that his schedule never gets emptied. I love this screenshot. That's actually hilarious. Such a good picture. Oh, I love it. I'll see you tonight. I'll see you tonight, definitely. And tomorrow, I'm finishing Nier Replicant Saturday and Sunday in the afternoon, and continuing probably with Tactics Ogre. If I get to play it today, I'll play it tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. Just like I said in the schedule for this week as well. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. I had a lovely time, and it was a very, very nice stream. So thank you, and I hope to see you soon. Have a lovely, lovely rest of your day. I'm gonna go and make some lunch and work on some videos and get probably a short nap in because I am exhausted, and I will be seeing you tonight for a bit of a longer stream, I suppose, because I really want to get either started with Tactics Ogre or continue with Harvestella, but I'll let you know in Discord, so hopefully I'll see you there. Anyway, thank you so much. I hope you had a great time with us today as well, and I'll see you soon. Take care, have fun, and bye-bye.